Following back-to-back games away from home tonight, the Hornets briefly return to the Big Easy before heading on to the road once again. We are live from the New Orleans Arena down on Girard Street. Cox Sports Television is proud to present New Orleans Hornets basketball. Tonight, the Hornets take on the Portland Trail Blazers in a Western Conference matchup. Hello again, everybody. Steve Albert, Gil McGregor. Welcome to another edition of Hornets basketball. Well, Gil, topic A, Baron Davis. How would you assess his play since coming back from the injury?
Well, I think his play has been really good since coming back from the injury. Baron Davis has brought a little bit of confidence back to his ball club. Although you look at his numbers and they are not the same as before the injury, I don't think you can measure leadership, and he's shown that, and he's guaranteed me and everybody else that this team is not going to have the worst record in the history of the NBA.
Well, Byron Scott going with a three-man bench of late. Very effective during the two-game win streak.
Well, these guys are averaging about 28 points per game, and they are doing their job. You get bulky Knockbar showing that he can run the court and handle the ball. Dan Dickow comes in scoring, and Chris Anderson has been very good on the boards and blocking shots.
Yeah, let's get the coach's thoughts on the rotation.
I'm pretty happy with those three guys coming off the bench. I think Bird and Danny and Bogey give us a lot of energy, and they give us some scoring, and they put a lot of pressure on you defensively. You know, so the way they're playing right now, I'm just trying to make sure I continue to mix and match, you know, with the other guys that are starting, and try to give them some rest. But those guys off the bench have been playing great, so I'm gonna stick with that for a little while.
And it's been a rough season for George Lynch, that's for sure, Gil.
Well, the numbers are certainly up there. That shows he hasn't had the productivity he wants to have. And what we wonder about as far as this rotation is concerned, as George Lynch comes back, Steve, and he gets ready to play, will he work his way back into the starting lineup? Will the bench become a four-man rotation off the bench instead of a three? Junior Harrington is also one that has a problem with his knee. He's going to be coming back soon. And we haven't even talked about David West, nor the big cat. So when these guys come back from injury, it'll be a good problem, I'm sure, for this team to have.
All right, how about the Portland Trail Blazers, a team that has really been struggling of late. They've lost 7 of 9, and like the New Orleans Hornets, really beset by injuries to key players.
Well, their top two frontline players, we knew 2 of the 3 were going to be out, and then we found out that the third one, which is Zach Randolph, is also going to be out. He didn't dress. These 3 guys represent 52% of this team's offense. They're going to be much smaller without these guys, and they're going to play a different brand of basketball with a lot of perimeter shooting without this big 3 up front.
Portland also features one of the best shot blockers in the league. Call him a Hornet killer or a beekeeper, Theo Ratliff.
Well, you see he's averaging almost 3 block shots per game in his career versus the Hornets, but over the last 3 or 4 seasons, it's been more about 4.5 or 5 blocks per game. He really does seem to intimidate the Hornet club. Let's hope he doesn't do it tonight.
He's in the top 10, 6th in the league in blocked shots. We're glad you could join us here on Cox Sports Television. When we come back, Jordy talks to the Birdman, Chris Anderson. That plus the starting lineups and the opening tip from New Orleans Hornets Blazers next.
I'd like to experience a total system meltdown.
I'd like to lose all of my music files.
I would really love to get a virus and give it to all my friends.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
I'd like it if someone stole my identity.
That's why America Online now gives away comprehensive virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
DirecTV presents the finest in recent filmed entertainment for kids. Starting on Channel 125, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, 1 grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide. Purchased by January 16.
You are now free to move about the country.
Ah, the video rental return.
Beautiful day to return the movies.
I'm late. Beads are late.
This is a hassle. So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
New Orleans Hornets basketball on Cox Sports Television is being brought to you in part by Budweiser, by Rainbow Suzuki, by Pepsi, and by Hibernia Bank.
Welcome back to the New Orleans Arena. As tonight the Portland Trailblazers are in town taking on the New Orleans Hornets. Hi everybody, Jordy Helford once again, joined by my main man, the Birdman, Chris Anderson. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing great. You're averaging 62% from the field. You're really playing excellent basketball. My question to you, though, is how are you feeling?
Beat up, man. You know, I'm taking a lot of these injuries and just nursing them a little bit, trying to take my time off and use it to my best advantage and just get some rest and prepare for the next game and get ready for tonight.
Byron Scott has his rotation down between yourself, Boki, Nakbar, and Dan Dickau. You guys have really proven that you can come off the bench and respond and contribute. How much does that mean to you guys, knowing that he believes in you and goes to you often?
We have definitely got to be consistent about that, and me, Boki, and Dan, like you said, we're doing a great job, so we just got to keep it up as a consistent basis. So, I mean, if we keep doing that and providing what Coach wants from us off the bench, then you know, we're going to try to keep winning these games.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight against the Trailblazers. That's the Birdman, Chris Anderson. We'll have the starting lineups and the tip when we return to the arena here on Cox Sports Television.
Hey, hey, hey! It's Fred! Hey, hey, hey! Watch me play. Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot.
Throw it down, big man.
Okay. Hey, hey, hey. What did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
The NBA believes that reading is the foundation to a child's future. And when you develop a lifelong love of reading, anything is possible.
Give a pig a pancake. She'll want some syrup to go with it.
Whether it's one book, one child, or one relationship at a time, the teams and its players are strengthening ties with their communities and building a brighter future for everyone.
Thank you.
So open a book and read to achieve.
And welcome back to New Orleans. Let's check the starting lineups for the Hornets. Nalon, Rogers, and Brown up front. Nalon had 16 after the rough start at Detroit. Rogers really struggled. Brown had 13.7 rebounds. Is happy to be away from the Wallaces for one night. Davis and Smith at the guards. For the Blazers, Zach Randolph not dressed with the bad knee. A front court of Ruben Patterson, James Thomas, and Joel Prisbilla. The backcourt of Damon Stoudamire and Nick Van Exel combined for 42 versus Washington. And Portland, Gil, like New Orleans, just depleted by injuries as we head to your essential keys.
Well, I think the first key has to be to play some pretty good perimeter defense. You're talking about those big guys who are out for Portland. It means the offense will go through the hands of Van Exel and Stoudamire more times than not. Because they're not so big inside, other than guys like Ratliff and Ruben Patterson, you got to get physical. Attack the rim. Don't worry so much about Ratliff. Make sure that you take more free throws than you take three-pointers tonight. And you want to up the tempo. Again, because they are injured, because they're short-handed, force them to get to their bench. We're playing the guys we want to play. See, can we tire them out and make them run?
How often do you see a team more injured than the New Orleans Hornets. Maurice Cheeks knows how Byron Scott feels. In his 4th year at the Blazers helm, has done a nice job of holding the team together during the past 3+ turbulent seasons. 3-3 all-time versus the Hornets. Byron Scott, well, it's back to the drawing board after the loss at Auburn Hills, in which the Hornets were out-muscled, out-rebounded versus a very physical team. He's 3-5 all-time versus Portland. And all-time in the series, Portland leads 23-10. The Blazers are 11-5 on the Hornets floor, but they have yet to win in New Orleans. Last year, the Hornets swept the 2 meetings, one of the wins by 22 points, but the Blazers had won 7 of the previous 8. Tonight, the first of 3 meetings. Take a look at the men working tonight's game. The officials, Tim Donaghy, Scott Foster, and Tony Brown.
Here, it reminds me of the time whenever Maurice Cheeks was a player against the Hornets, and he had these real fancy Japanese shower shoes on. I just thought it was interesting to see Cheeks and tongs.
Oh, my goodness. Starting early. Well, you take a look at the final stretching by P.J. Brown. Rodney Rogers exchanging pleasantries with Ruben Patterson. Maurice Cheeks, by the way, leading the Blazers the last 3+ years. And last year, the Blazers missing the playoffs for the first time in 22 years. They finished 41-41. So there's some measure of pressure on Cheeks, but perhaps getting a bit of a pass because of all the injuries.
And
right
he has an owner, Paul Allen, who is a very, very wealthy man, who some would suggest doesn't necessarily do anything but spend money as opposed to constructing the team.
All right, we're set to go. Baron Davis is ready, and the Blazers control the tip. Zach Randolph out, Darius Miles out, Sharif Abdur-Rahim out, all because of an assortment of injuries. Zach Randolph was a sort of a game-time decision with tendonitis in the knee. He played a little bit against Washington the other night. First shot of the game goes, a 3-pointer for Nick Van Exel,
who has made 13 of his last 23 threes attempted. 56%. So Nick Van Exel has been shooting the 3-ball. That wasn't an accident.
And Gil, he's 5th all-time in threes in NBA history.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that type of action by Portland. There won't be a lot of posting up done by them tonight. So a lot of screen and roll deep is what we're going to have to defend.
P.J. Brown gets it out to Lee Nalon, swings it over to the near side for Smith. Now here's Rogers. Time running down, as you can see, 2 seconds. And with 2 seconds on the clock,
they get a foul.
Tough foul against Portland.
Well, I think that's what the Hornets want to try to do. You post Rodney Rogers up, and as you stated, had a tough night in Detroit. You expect Rodney to bounce back tonight, so he'll get his opportunities at the post up against a much smaller Portland team.
Foul on James Thomas, filling in right here for Zach Randolph. Big shoes to fill, and Baron Davis ties it with a shot from downtown.
Baron is sporting a closer haircut and no headband.
We'll see if that has any difference. Over the last 3, he's averaged 21 points, 11 assists. Had the triple-double against Sacramento, the double-double in New York. Stoudamire, he buries it.
He had 2 plays, a screen and roll on either side of the court. One with Stoudamire, the other with Van Exel. That's what they will do tonight, Portland, offensively.
He had 23 in the close 4-point loss at Washington the other night to lead the Blazers in scoring. Smith spots an opening but throws it away, intended for P.J. Brown.
I think P.J. Brown saw what I saw, an open path through the basket. He probably thought that Smith was going to continue to the rim.
5-3 Portland. Nice feed to Thomas.
Well, you allow dribble penetration, and we talk about any time a good guard gets into the lane with his live dribble, you are in trouble as a defensive team.
James Thomas, 6'9", 235, out of Texas, signed to a 10-day contract, was with the Roanoke Dazzle of the NBDL. Offensive foul.
Well, you'll see the penetration. Van Exel gets inside, and coming up to help out is Rodney Rogers. In doing so, he left James Thomas all alone underneath.
And then at the other end, Gil Rogers nailed for the personal.
Trying to get that post-up position. I think that's what he wants to do tonight also.
So the Blazers by 4. 10 on the shot clock as Van Exel rescues it. Picked up by Smith. 5 on the timer. They have to hurry it now. Here's Stoudamire. Made a nice catch. And it's blocked at the buzzer by Davis. 24-second violation.
And you see, other than the drive and the handoff inside, that the Portland Trailblazers are looking for their perimeter offense, and we talked about that's where the defense had to stiffen for the Hornets tonight, because that's all Portland can offer.
Mo Cheeks, a terrific defensive player when he was in uniform, mostly with Philadelphia. 15 years in the league. The quick pull-up for three by Davis. 7'1" Joel Prisbilla got one right in the nose.
Well, you know, you want to take your time, and the coach's staff said they want to run the offense to completion, so that quick shot like that doesn't really fit into what they're trying to do tonight.
Stoudamire with the open look from downtown. Nice rebound by Thomas.
Yeah, that can't happen either. A team that's small and injured, you can't let out rebound you.
Blazers average 42 rebounds. The Hornets 40. Pretty close. Out of bounds to the Blazers.
Lee Nalon thought he had a steal. In fact, he did have a steal. It'll be a steal and a turnover. You want to be in all the stats. You want to pad them.
Now, you never did that as a player.
No. I had a lot of triple singles when I played.
That's good. Check this out.
Hornets foul is on number 3. Did he pump him in the chest a couple of times? Lee's going to say, I remember that, Ruben. Ruben ain't nothing but a sandwich. Throwing your elbows at me.
You are hot. We're not even through the first quarter yet.
And I've just about run out.
You will never run out. Well, down goes Baron Davis to the floor, and an offensive foul on James Thomas.
Well, it seems like these young guys, James Thomas, Ruben Patterson, they're trying to establish their turf here in New Orleans by playing a little physical with the Hornets. And who knows, that may have come from what they were told happened in Detroit, that you can rough us up some.
Well, the coaches watch the tape, that's for sure. They had a little time between games. There's a steal by Thomas away from BD. Stoudamire the other way with the floater.
That's what we're talking about. Twice Barron is getting on the floor. We almost had an inbounds violation.
Well, this is a team that's hungry after the 4-point loss to the Wizards the other night. Had a good chance to win that game, and Zach Randolph stayed in, but now here's another foul, a reach in as he went for another steal. Patterson.
Well, look how aggressive they're playing with the Hornets. They believe, as they knock Baron Davis down to get a steal, that they can challenge the basketball. We saw Detroit do it. A lot of trapping on the ball, and now Portland's trying to come in and rough the Hornets up. Shea knew that's not what you're supposed to allow to happen.
Thomas gets the handshakes as he sits down.
3 turnovers on our last 4 possessions.
Smith for 3, skidded off the rim. Travis Outlaw into the ballgame replacing Thomas. 9-3 Blazers. Hornets stuck on 3 for several minutes here. Now 8:12 to go on the first. Stoudamire stops and pops. Outlaw mistimed the follow.
Well, the Hornets have allowed the Portland Trailblazers to punish them and take the ball. The Hornets have not run their offense to completion and have taken only jump shots. That's not what the coaches said that they wanted to do here.
The Hornets 1 for 3. The 3-pointer by Davis. Here's Nalon trying to improve on that figure. He can't, but Brown able to put the follow in.
See, that should be what happens. A good shot will lead to an offensive rebound opportunity.
Van Exel sticks it for 3.
Now, you know, we talk about J.R. Smith and his learning curve. He needs to know who Nick Van Exel is. There's a lot of no limit to Nick Van Exel's jump shots. You got to guard him.
Van Exel in his 12th year out of Cincinnati. J.R. Smith just a tyke when he got into the league. Nalon. He was 7 years old, J.R. Smith, when Van Exel made his NBA debut. Here's Stoudamire for 3, and he buries it. The Blazers come out firing from 3-point range.
And we knew that the Blazers would not have an interior offense, and they haven't shown one.
They're 3 for 4 from downtown, 6 for 9 overall. 15-7 the Blazers, 6:52 to go in the first. And the quick release, high arcing 3 by Baron Davis. It's a 3-point festival.
It's a great looking shot. It goes down, but I don't think you want to get in a 3-point shooting contest with the Portland Trailblazers.
Particularly tonight, the way things have started out. And Baron Davis gets tied up. Going to be a foul on BD, and he walks away in disgust. his first.
Well, Barron tried to get under. You see Barron moved to get in position. We often talk about it. You can move to stay in defensive position and you're all right. But if you move to get into defensive position, it will be a foul.
And he's discussing it with the official, Tony Brown.
Famous baseball quote from the umpire: if he reads the paper tomorrow, it'll still be a foul.
True. Patterson off the mark. Dan Dickow into the ball game. Dickow and Davis are back with Nalon, Brown, and Rogers. Back come the Blazers on the break. And the foul.
Well, the Blazers don't seem to have any problem running out on the Hornets, and I think that's something that the coaches were concerned about. Jump shots lead to long rebounds lead to run-outs, and you see the Blazers come right at you. This is a good, strong effort. Doesn't get to go down, but you attack the rim.
P.J. Brown picks up his first. Travis Outlaw, former first-round pick out of high school in Mississippi. Number 23 pick in 2003. He's only 20 years old. So this is basically his rookie season, as he played only 8 games last year.
Is he a relative of Bo Outlaw? James,
that's a good question.
James Outlaw?
It's not a common name. Here's a good give by Van Exel, and Patterson the beneficiary.
We are not playing basketball very well right now.
18-10 the Blazers. Nice bullet pass, and Nalon with authority.
In your face. Oh, yeah.
Emphatic throwdown.
Oh, Lee. Nastily Nalon.
We're not going to start that again. We got to get Jordy over here to help us out. Van Exel from way downtown.
Oh,
from
man.
Tchoupitoulas.
That is crazy long.
21-12 the Blazers. 4 for 5 out of the gate from three-point land.
They'll start missing those, though, I'm sure, as the legs get a little tired later on in this game.
Rogers spots an opening, puts up the floater.
Finally, somebody drives it to the rim. Good play, Rodney.
Van Exel looking quick. Back the other way, led by Davis. And the pretty stutter step, but prior to the shot, a whistle. So Van Exel got him from behind. Time out of the floor, 4:52 to go in the first. The Blazers lead it 21-14. Nice bullet pass by Dickow, and Nalon with the explosion. And it's been a three-point explosion for the Blazers.
As a proud Earthlink employee, I swear I'll do my part to help protect you from bad internet.
Spam, viruses,
Fisher sites,
pop-ups everywhere.
Things that waste your time. I promise we're going to give you good tools to protect your children.
Spam blocker, spyware blocker, pop-up blocker, virus blocker.
Free blocking tools, free protection features, Earthlink High Speed. Offers starting at $19.95 a month for 6 months.
I promise you speed.
It's like lightning.
Earthlink is blazing fast.
Move to Earthlink, and I'll do all I can to get you a high-speed internet. It goes up to 70 times faster than dial-up.
I would say that a geek gets it done and a nerd doesn't, and we're geeks.
I love working for Earthlink.
And when you call Earthlink customer support, I promise to treat your problems like my problem.
Performance, control, protection. That's better internet. Offers starting at $19.95 a month for 6 months. For more information, call 800-747-9428 or visit these retailers. Earthlink revolves around you.
Get the big picture when you add HBO and Cinemax. Enjoy all the biggest Hollywood hits, the biggest selection of acclaimed originals, and the biggest array of choices. All day, every day, on 10 great channels. Bring the big picture home. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Blazers by 7, 4:52 left in the first. Let's get it over to Jordy.
Thank you very much, Steve. A very sad day today in Hornets basketball history. It was 5 years ago today, January 14th, that the Hornets had a memorial service for the late, great Bobby Phills. It was held and attended by both the Hornets and the New York Knicks. Both Kendall Phills, Bobby's wife, and former Hornet David Wesley spoke at the memorial service, as well as former head coach Paul Silas, George Shin, and former general manager Bob Bass. I knew Bobby Phills when he played at Southern University. Gil, I know you knew him well. A gentleman's gentleman, a fan favorite. We miss him very, very much.
Jordy, no doubt about it. He was one of my best friends, and we would have been friends had he not played basketball. He's a great guy, and I miss him a lot.
Rodney Rogers with the drop in, 21-16 Blazers, 4:34 to go in the first. Of course, I saw that from afar, what happened with Bobby Phills competing with another team, and everybody else around the league, of course, so saddened when that took place.
The entire Knick team came. We were to play the Knicks after his demise, and they canceled the game, and those guys came and showed their support. It was great to see it.
Nice save right in front of us by Nick Van Exel. We've got a bit of a shootout here all of a sudden. 24-18 Blazers, 4 minutes to go in the first. Both teams shooting in the mid to high 60s.
Well, we've started to go inside, but they're still shooting jump shots on the Blazers, and they're blazing.
5 for 6 from three-point land. They are shooting 64%. Outlaw gets it to go at the buzzer. Got the friendly roll, and it's 26-18 Blazers. Now the Hornets, who are 8 for 12 from the floor, 67% after the rough start. Dickow is stopped by Brisbilla. Here comes Stoudamire.
Dan tried to trick everybody. He thought he was going to pass it off.
Another one. That's going to be a 2, though. But a long 2 by Stoudamire, who is on fire.
Some coaches say that's the worst shot to take. You know, you're 2 inches away from a 3. Just back up a little bit. You got your rhythm going.
Stoudamire 5 for 8, 12 points. Van Exel's got 9. So the backcourt had 42 against the Wizards the other night. They're up to their old tricks. Turnover against the Hornets.
P.J. Brown will take a rest, and Chris Anderson will come in.
The Birdman is back with the slick back look. Always has something new in his bag of tricks.
Yes, he does. As your handoff, your wide handoff and step back, that's what they want to look for. And those two guys are going to take most of the shots.
Van Exel with Dickow in his face hits the 3.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. They've made 5 of their last 3s attempted in succession.
After missing the first, I would guess. Here's Rogers.
We have a defensive 3-second
violation. So 2:30 to go in the first quarter. It's been a 3-point extravaganza for Nick Van Exel and company. And the Blazers lead it 31-18.
It's another off.
Yes.
The other end, the Nuggets get out and run, and Nene
Come on.
takes it back and slam it. Our feet are in the sand tonight. We're getting beat down the floor. Leonard has 7 points.
With up to 40 NBA games a week, news, stats, and highlights, NBA League Pass from DirecTV is heaven. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today.
I love this game for the acrobatic plays. Woo!
For the guys that leave it all on the court.
The drama, the tension.
McGrady at the buzzer. Yeah!
Why do I love this game? For the teamwork, right?
We love this game.
When the survival of the universe hangs in the balance.
Time to end this world.
Only one man can save it.
Riddick.
Riddick is now available on pay-per-view.
Find him, whatever it takes.
An explosive sci-fi hit. Destined to become a classic.
Let's play.
An action-packed, non-stop adventure. A thrill ride that's pure adrenaline.
Get Riddick, if you say so.
Vin Diesel stars in The Chronicles of Riddick. Now playing on pay-per-view.
Chad Shin and his friend Olivia as the Trailblazers lead it 31-18 with 2:30 to go in the first. Keep the basketball rolling this Saturday as CST brings you a live triple header college basketball action at 11 a.m. It's Seton Hall traveling to Pitt. Then at 2 p.m. DePaul travels to Fulton Arena, take on the Green Wave. Wrapping up the action at 4 p.m. It's an interstate game featuring the Southeastern Louisiana Lions and the Northwestern State Demons. For all your college basketball action, tune into CST. And there is the proud papa of Chad, the owner of the Hornets, George Shin. It was a defensive three, so Dan Dickow to the line, hits the tee. That stops a 7-0 run by Portland.
Portland is ridiculously hot tonight. 12 of 17 from the field, 70.6%, 6 of 7 from behind the arc. It's ridiculous. It's got to cool down. It's too hot.
You are so multi-talented, it scares me. Dickow announces, he sings. Davis has it swatted away by Outlaw, but they're going to call a foul. He got a piece of it.
Well, Baron Davis trying to take it to the rim. We talked about it at the top of the show. Trying to get inside and taking more free throws than threes. You know, it certainly seems that the Blazers don't mind taking more threes than free throws, but I think the Hornets have to whittle away at them by attacking them inside.
Gil, you can't win for losing. You shoot 53%, you're down 31-19. But Portland has been just shooting out of their minds.
It's not going to continue because, again, they're short-handed, and as those legs start to get a little tired later in the ball game, those long jumpers will get shorter and shorter.
Baron Davis, 2 for 2 from the line. He's got 8. High man for the Hornets. Stoudamire and Van Exel have combined for 24 in the backcourt. They each have 12 for Portland.
That's why perimeter defense was our #1 key.
You nailed that one. Here's Stoudamire, 5 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. Stoudamire has to force it, and that goes.
Please. You know, he came in this league a scorer. Remember, he averaged 20 points a game as a rookie. Called him Mighty Mouse, if you will, in Toronto. It was big things for him there. He goes to Portland and things cool down.
Yeah, he was reborn last year. 3-point attempt by Davis, kept alive by the Birdman. Oshan Nakbar's into the ball game.
And calling for the ball. He wants the ball. Damon Stoudamire double clutches on this shot. Baron Davis closes out pretty good. Damon just double clutches and knocks it in. He got it going tonight, no doubt about it.
14 points for Stoudamire on 6 for 9 from the floor.
What was Mighty Mouse's nemesis back in the day? I don't know. What
trying to think back, because I still watch that, of course. I should know that.
Our producer Scott Snyder said his nemesis was cable television.
Good line.
Oh, I'm trying to think who he fought with. I can't remember.
Jordy would know. He knows all the cartoons. Anderson. 33-23. The Blazers with 1:25 to go in the first.
Last 5 points scored by the Hornets have been at the foul line. I think that's a very, very promising sign.
Yeah, very interesting the way things have been up and down from the line for them. Here's Anderson. Stoudamire.
Bird.
Yeah, was coming down.
You know, they almost never let some players come from under the basket and get a block. Now, Theo Ratliff might have got a block on this, but not Chris Anderson. And it had started its descent. You're right. It had reached its apogee.
I can't wait till I reach mine. 35-23 Portland. I have no idea what that means.
8 seconds. 8-second violation. You know, we should know better that they will try to press us. Since Detroit, I believe that everybody saw what happened in Detroit. Scouting report says put pressure on their backcourt when Baron Davis goes out of the ball game anyway, and now they're putting pressure on Dickow too.
Minute to go in the first, which seems like an eternity because of the way Portland's been shooting the proverbial lights out. 74%. 14 for 19. How about 15 for 20 as Anderson rattles it home.
Now that's not a good looking shot. He's leaning back on one leg and styling, but when you're hot, huh?
Lee Nalon with the opening. Can't hit it. Nice play by Anderson to get it to Dickow. Here's Davis straight away three. And Nalon's there. A lot of chances here, but the Hornets cannot take advantage.
Oh, Portland slows this thing down. They should score 150 points shooting like this.
Goodness. 14-point lead. Here's Stoudamire, wraps it around for Van Exel. A bullet pass down low. Prisbilla couldn't hold on, but a double touch off Dickow.
Prisbilla said, "You have passed all night. Why should I expect you to pass me the ball? You've been shooting all night. Now you expect me to look for the ball."
That was the element of surprise.
Yes,
unfortunately, it was with teammates. 15 seconds to go in the first. Blazers with the 14-point bulge and the ball. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Oh,
quit. Just
good
quit.
Night.
Quit.
Anderson again. Derek Anderson, who just came into the game, hits two. 1 second to go. Dickow for three with the air ball at the buzzer. The Blazers are on pace for 160 tonight. 76% shooting by Portland on 16 for 21 from the floor, 7 for 8 from three-point range. They end the quarter on a 16-5 run and lead the Hornets 40-23.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
Attention men and women suffering from hair loss. Now, with Avocor, a world leader in hair regrowth, you don't have to be bald, even if you have a family history of hair loss.
The main reason for thinning hair and baldness is hereditary hair loss. Just because there is a family history of hair loss doesn't mean you have to suffer. Avocor is specially formulated to reverse hereditary hair loss and regrow new healthy hair. Our formula targets the hair follicle to effectively stop hair loss and stimulate new hair growth. Before you consider expensive transplant surgery, remember, Avocor is FDA approved to regrow new healthy hair for men and women. Unless you take action right away, the problem is likely to get worse.
With Avocor's new formula, go from this to this on the first application. Just look at the difference. Call 800-649-1782 for doctor-recommended Avocor. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 800-649-1782. That's 800-649-1782.
Ah, the video rental return. Beautiful day to return the movies?
I'm late. Beads are late.
This is a hassle. So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
45, the most the Hornets have given up in a quarter. They give up 40 tonight here in the first and trail by 17. Unbelievable shooting by the Portland Trailblazers, Gil.
Unbelievable is beyond it. 76%. You can't shoot that good when you're by yourself, let alone when you're playing in 7 of 8 three-pointers. That is just ridiculous. They have to slow down. You cannot continue that pace for the entirety of a ball game.
They made their last 8 field goal attempts, and 10 of the last 11 ended the quarter on a 16-5 tear. So here we go, second quarter. Can the Hornets stop the bleeding?
All right, we went 4 minutes and 13 seconds to end the first quarter without a field goal. That's the first one we've had in almost 5 minutes.
Chris Anderson knocks it down.
Now I think we're going to play a little zone now. So you shouldn't have the screens on the sidelines.
Derek Anderson with the stutter step brought into by Dan Dickow. This is interesting because this is one of those games you go into thinking that it is a winnable game against a team like Portland, so beset by injuries. Take a look at that.
Well, we're halfway there. The most threes allowed in a game at 14, and we got a long time to go. I believe because of the way this Portland team is constructed right now, we'll see them put up enough to make 14.
And this is without their leading scorer and rebounder, Zach Randolph.
And that's why they're shooting these threes, Steve, because all the big people are gone. Get real now, get human.
Where's Randolph? Can the Hornets get him suited up? Here's Dickow from the deep corner for three.
It's on now.
Downtown Dan connects. 40-28. It's only 12 after 17. The deficit.
But they cannot continue to shoot the way they've been shooting in the first quarter.
And you can't trade baskets under these circumstances. They need a run. Here's Stoudamire for three.
They're not going to continue to shoot it that way. They can't.
Stoudamire showing he's human.
I thought he was mighty.
Mighty Mouse.
That's some bad cheese on that one.
Boschan Nakbar deals it off. Good ball movement here by the Hornets, and it results in a three for Davis.
That's what we talked about, that extra pass, that soccer pass, that hockey pass, if you will, the pass that leads to the pass that leads to assist. It's important.
That was perfectly executed, and the Hornets within 9. Stoudamire. That's 2 in a row. He's missed from downtown now. Theo Ratliff, the shot blocker extraordinaire, and he was forced out. There'll be a foul on Nakbar.
Just great ball movement by the Hornets. You make that extra pass, and you get a guy catching wide open. And that seems to be the favorite corner, if you will, of Dan Dickow. He can make them from out front, too, but he seems to be very, very effective in that deep right corner.
And you see that graphic, a reversal of fortune as the Hornets are on an 8-0 run to start the second. They have cut a 17-point deficit to 9 very quickly. Here's Ruben Patterson. Terrific defense by Chris Anderson. And Nakbar and Anderson running the floor. Reverse jam by the Birdman.
Well, we talked about that 3-man rotation off the bench. They've come on the court again and done a good thing for the Hornets.
And Mo Cheeks definitely wants to talk it over. Byron Scott has to love it as the Hornets have rallied to get right back into it after things look very dim. 9:36 to go in the first half from New Orleans. This is a beautiful break by the New Orleans Hornets. Dickow to Nakbar to the Birdman. And the Hornets are back in it.
Get the big picture when you add HBO and Cinemax. Enjoy all the biggest Hollywood hits, the biggest selection of acclaimed originals, and the biggest array of choices. All day, every day, on 10 great channels. Bring the big picture home. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
I'm Kevin Willis, and I played for 7 teams in my career. Houston, Miami, San Antonio, Denver. It's the other way around. Every time I answered the phone, I was off to another city. Hello, am I tired of moving? Sure. Do I get a little confused? Yeah, but that's where the store on NBA.com comes in.
For all things basketball, log on to the store on NBA.com or call 866-SHOP-NBA. That's where Kevin goes to get everything he needs, even his travel mug.
Atlanta, I'm here to stay.
I want to tell you the truth.
I think I always knew, all this time, who you really were.
You and I can never be. If my enemies found out about you, I could never forgive myself.
I know there'll be risks. I want to face them with you.
In case we die.
You do love me.
I do.
Playing this month on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Well, the Hornets down by only 7 now after trailing by 17. 9:36 to go in the half. Wednesday night, shake up your routine. Come out to see the Battle of the All-Stars. Baron Davis and your hometown Hornets clash with Jermaine O'Neal and the Indiana Pacers. Tickets start as low as $10. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Hornets.com to buy tickets today.
Well, the Trailblazers started out with 6 consecutive made three-pointers in that first quarter. But here in the second, they've missed every 3 they've taken.
Gill to Jordy.
Well, during that timeout, Byron Scott talked about his defense. The Hornets are playing Spider, which is a zone, but they're playing like a matchup zone. They're fighting over screens, going with people, and switching when needed.
Ratliff. Thank you very much, Jordy, and the foul.
You know, and that matchup zone is a great defense when you can play it. See what's happened here in the second quarter. The Blazers 7 of 8. Now they're 0 of 3. The Hornets were 2 of 8 in that first quarter from three-point land. They've made both of their threes attempted in the second.
Rogers' 3rd personal, 4th team foul.
And it's a no-no, a big no-no to foul Theo Ratliff on a shot. If it's not a dunk, there's no need to foul him. If he wants to take a 4-foot, 6-foot, 10-foot jump shot, you let him shoot it.
Yeah, he's a one-dimensional guy from the defensive end, so a foul that didn't need to happen. P.J. Brown replaces the foul play Rogers. And this is often an opportunity for this young man, David West.
Well, you heard Coach say he had to mix and match, but he was staying with the rotation of 8. So now P.J. can come in and play the power forward, and Chris Anderson will move to center.
David West is still out with the injured knee problem. Hope to have him back fairly soon.
Now the ball goes in, so what kind of lane violation is it? You're gonna, you know, you can't do anything but give him credit for making it. If his team went in, then it should be no good. If your team went in, you count the basket. What's the deal?
That's what Mo Cheeks would like to know. Theo Ratliff in his 10th season out of Wyoming as Mo Cheeks continues to chat away.
He wants the basket. He's saying the ball went in. We don't need you to reshoot it.
And they don't get it.
I don't blame him. I'd be complaining about that one too.
Hornets have really turned up the intensity. They're a lot more physical. This is a very high energy physical lineup in there. P.J. Brown faces up against Ratliff. Dick out straight away. He'll square up, won't count. Fouled before the play by Stoudamire.
Dan Dickow showing the J. So you got a Ratliff and a Mighty Mouse. Big Cat's injured. Nice jumper.
What is this, the Animal Planet?
By Dickow.
See Stoudamire's reaction. Baron Davis puts it on the floor, and he's fouled.
Now that's a big cat.
We got a cat and mouse game going on.
Yes, we do.
Anderson committed the foul. Big Cat traveling with the team. Good to see him on the plane.
You know, he'll probably travel this time too, you think?
Be nice to have him again.
He's going to Toronto. That's home.
That's home.
You know he's going on that trip.
Well, pack your babushka.
I hope to keep my babushka from freezing.
It's about 20 degrees up there. I won't touch that. Here is Anderson. And P.J. Brown yanks it down.
The Blazers are as cold as they were hot.
40-33. It's been stuck there for a while. Blazers 8:28 to go in the first half. Dickow finds a small seam. Ratliff finally corrals it. Stoudamire. Long feed to Anderson. The trailer Ratliff. Now the Blazers set up. Stoudamire for 3. Regains the touch
there
after
you
a
go.
few misses.
Well, the Hornets went back to the man-to-man, and I think that that's what the Blazers feel more comfortable playing against. They can set that high screen and roll against it.
19 points already for Damon Stoudamire. This isn't Amari Stoudamire, it's Damon Stoudamire. Here's Dickow for 3.
Hey.
Downtown Dan.
Get the message out.
43-36.
Now it's a zone. You score, you can get back to your zone.
Here's Fromm, who just entered the scene. Richie Fromm, his second year out of Gonzaga. Davis with a ball fake. Can't get it to go, but he drew the foul and hit the deck.
Well, Baron Davis attacking the rim. But Dan Dickau coming off the bench, still productive for the Hornets. He makes that jump shot. He gets his opportunity. Here comes Barron right at you. I don't think y'all can stop me. I'm behind my back just to deceive you just the slightest bit. Then I'm taking it to the rim.
Nothing but net on the first for Baron Davis, who is 3 for 3 from the line, has 12. The Hornets 6 out of 6.
That's a great stat. I mean, they're getting to the line and they're converting.
7 for 7 now.
Now from 76% to 14, and the Hornets go from 40 to shooting 63% from the field. What a difference a quarter makes.
Talk about a tale of 2 quarters. 43-38. The Hornets trailing by just 5. And there's good defense by New Orleans. Anderson again just charges things up.
Well, a great conversion by the defensive players. PJ comes over, Anderson comes over, and they are 2 long, lanky guys for Derek Anderson to try to score against, and he doesn't.
Maybe it's the new do, and Baron Davis sits down, kind of shaking his hand. Seems to be all right, though, as he takes a seat. Here, as Nakbar hits the hardwood, we have a foul. Little conference.
So
offensive foul. They talked it over.
Nakbar says, I'm not clumsy. I'm on the floor for a reason, and it's not because the paint's thicker at this end of the court.
So that one goes the Hornets' way, as they are trailing by just 5, carving into a 17-point deficit to start the quarter.
I got to keep it up while Baron Davis gets a rest. Let's hope they can continue the offense.
Dickau finds an opening. Oh, the alley-oop attempt to Addison, but they keep it alive. Brown. That was sort of a half shot, half pass, but it results in a field goal. You can make your own determination. And the friendly rim for the Blazers. Van Exel gets it.
This is a fast-paced ball game tonight, isn't it?
Back and forth, fun to watch. Hornets within 5.
That should benefit the Hornets too, though, Steve, in the long run.
Here's the Hornets run 17-5 in the second. Nice no look by Nakbar. And it's Smith who drills it from 3.
Well, you know what? Whenever JR doesn't have to handle, and he can be a person to receive, set, and shoot, he's pretty dangerous.
The Hornets are 50% from downtown on 6 for 12. Van Exel for 3. Now it's the Hornets doing the damage from downtown, and they're within 2 points, believe it or not, after trailing 17 heading into the second. This is for the lead, and JR can't do it.
Well, that's a heat check. That's what that was.
Nearly stolen by Dickau. Well, the Hornets picked it up here in the second. Anderson for 3. Into the hands of Fromm. They'll reset with Van Exel.
Fromm didn't want any part of that shot.
Undrafted free agent signee with Seattle last year, Richie Fromm. Here's Thomas, lost the handle. Oh, and so did P.J. Brown. So the Hornets are right back in it, knocking on the door with 5:23 to go in the first half. Watch this from Dickau. Anderson tried to handle it. P.J. handles it. Not only handles it, but he knocks it down. 2-point game.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
Well, I was introduced to basketball pretty late, and there wasn't a lot of basketball being played in Wales when I was growing up. Asking my husband if defense was the same as defense. Defense doesn't have the same ring, huh?
Whoa, where did he come from?
It's like some dance number flying through the air, you know, you really get a sense of how amazing it is. And so, yeah, I love it.
Get the big picture when you add HBO and Cinemax. Enjoy all the biggest Hollywood hits. the biggest selection of acclaimed originals, and the biggest array of choices. All day, every day, on 10 great channels. Bring the big picture home. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DirecTV.
It's been all New Orleans here in the second as they continue to chip away at the Blazers' lead, and they've got it to within 2. Hey, the Louisiana Lottery is giving you a great deal. During January, you can get a $10 discount on a Hornets home game ticket of $41 or more when you bring 3 non-winning Power Break scratch-off tickets to the New Orleans Arena box office. Get your Power Break tickets and see the Hornets in action today.
The Hornets have 11 assists on their 15 made field goals. Shows you the efficiency of their passing. 10 assists on 18 field goals by these Portland Trail Blazers.
Portland ball. Here's Van Exel again from the arc. Unconscious. He had 17 points. They are 9 for 16, 56% from 3.
And Stoudamire has 19. Unreal.
Stoudamire's season high, if you're wondering, it's 33. 19 already before the half. Here's Dickow, nice fake. Throws up a floater that goes at the buzzer. A running one-hander by Dan Dickow.
Doesn't he get about one of those shots every 2 games?
It's pretty to watch, and there he is again, Van Excellent.
He's having quite an adventure.
Yes. And he's got 20. It's the battle of Van Exel and Stoudamire to see who's got the most points. 51-45 Blazers. The Birdman's left open. He'll hit that one.
I mean, we're shooting the ball extremely well also. But these guys are crazy.
They're like on another planet. But meanwhile, the Hornets are a solid 50%, a better than solid 17-34. It's only a 4-point game. Here he is again, Van Exel from the other side. Back tap to Smith. Got knock bar on the right wing. Thought about the 3. Gets it inside, and Anderson with the foul.
Well, Dan Dickow can shoot the 3, but he also likes to get into the lane and just float it up there. And just over the outstretched hands of the Portland Trail Blazers defense, Dan knocks another down.
Dan Dickow off to quite a start here. 9 points, 2 assists off the bench. 3 out of 4 from the floor. Well, he continues to impress since coming over from Dallas for Darrell Armstrong as Fromm takes a seat. Stoudamire is back, so Stoudamire, Van Exel in the backcourt with Anderson, Brisbilla, and Ratliff for Portland. Smith saves it.
Good save, too.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Smith with a rainbow from 3. A ceiling scraper by J.R. Smith.
That's ridiculous, but lovely.
51-50. Blazers.
That's lovely.
The Hornets within 1. Here's Stoudamire for 2. His foot on the line.
You know, people who say they don't score enough in the NBA, they just need to send them this first half, change their minds.
A shootout at the OK 53-50 Portland. Dickow, quick release for 3, and he gets it to go. And that ties it up. 53 all.
How thrilling is this? Break out the Cupid dolls. Somebody's won a doll.
The Hornets 53% on 8 for 15 from downtown. Portland 10 for 18, 56%. Stoudamire for 3. You gotta be kidding. What are we looking at here? Blazers recapture the lead.
The skill of shooting is not dead. Chivalry might be, but not shooting.
Knock bar for 3.
Oh, why not? Why not, Steve?
It's incredulous.
Why not?
56-56. Van Exel for 3.
Woo.
Just looking at it puts you out of breath. Here's J.R. Smith. That's from 4. Unbelievable game. You can't leave this.
Don't deny it. If you've got the urge to raise up and you love to get your freak on, then step up and bring it. Your hip-hop party fix with 33 huge hits on 2 slamming CDs. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. You can't get this 33-track collection in any store.
If you really want to party with me, let me see just what you got for me.
Get ready to set your roof on fire with the blazing beats of Bring It. Order this collection online at MusicSpace.com. What you waiting for? Get up on this and bring it now. To order, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen or log on to MusicSpace.com. Rush delivery available. Get it now.
Who's got a ticket? I'm looking for one. 2 tickets. I need 2 tickets. I gotta see the Lakers. I gotta see the Lakers. I don't care where I sit. Just get me in the building. We need Wolves tickets. Help me out. Anyone. 1 ticket.
Don't be left out. To get your tickets to any NBA game, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or go to NBA.com because there's nothing like being there live and cheering on your favorite team.
This place is going crazy.
Welcome back to the wonderful world of threes. Trailblazers 56, Hornets 56, 2:09 to go in a wild second quarter. Here's your chance to see Allen Iverson and the rest of the Philadelphia 76ers as the Hornets travel to the city of brotherly love for a special afternoon matchup. Hornets tonight will begin at 12:30 p.m. followed by the game. So tune us in this Monday live from Philly.
You talk about some guys who are having a night. Look at these 2 guys, 24 and 20 points. Look at the field goals, 10 of 27. They made 10 threes. They are tremendous. They are tripling. They are triumphant.
That's more than they combined for the entire game a couple of nights ago at Washington. And the 3-point field goals is just out of sight. Portland 11 for 20, 9 for 16 for New Orleans.
Yeah, they've just taken their 5th free throw.
Yeah.
They're 1 of 5 from the foul line.
They're too busy shooting 3.
It's too close.
Let's go to Jordy.
Well, Byron Scott during that last timeout said, guys, how many 3-pointers are they going to have to make before you go out and challenge? You've got to come out and force them to drive. He said, don't worry about the offensive end. They'll give us every shot we want, but you better go out and cover somebody on the defensive end. Please, he said, please.
Was he down on his knees, pleading, begging?
I tell you what, the first time the dog bites, it's the dog's fault.
Oh, downtown Dan Dickow.
They don't know Dan can shoot. They don't know Dickow.
59-57, the Hornets. Yes, the Hornets have the lead. 59-57, a minute 30 to go in the second. First lead.
Playing the zone.
Stoudamire 3. You gotta be kidding. Unbelievable.
I mean, they go inside, stumble, and fall, kick it out, and make a 3.
Stoudamire, whose season high is 33, has 27. Let's give you an update now on the 3-pointers. We'll have to do that.
Well, they combined 22 of 38, both teams. Somewhere along the line, we're going to start looking at some records here for combined 3s in a game.
Break out the book. Here's Smith. Pretty crisp ball movement there. It leads to a goal by Nalon. Only a 2. Sorry to disappoint you. 61-60 Hornets.
He didn't get the memo.
He didn't get the memo. 52 seconds to go in the first half. Nice feed to Outlaw. Couldn't stick it. Dickow keeps it going. He says, why not? I'm open.
Oh,
it's
please. Oh, please.
Downtown Dan.
Oh, please.
What a night. What a first half he's having. He's got 18 points. We're running out of pens.
And paper.
And paper. 64-60 Hornets. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Our stat man, Tom, here is having a heart attack. Here's Stoudamire. Fires it up. Here's the whistle. And a chance for a conventional three-point play.
I would imagine the very first conventional one of the night. Dan Dickau was stumbling. He says, well, I tell you what, since I can't find anybody to pass to, I'll just shoot it. Why not, Dan?
Nobody near him.
Why not?
You know, I've been doing this about 20 years in the NBA and the ABA. I have never seen anything like this.
It's great, though, isn't it?
Frenetic. Stoudamire gets the other kind of three-point play. Hornets by 1, 20 seconds to go. They'll try to play out the clock here to end the half. Can they end it on a three?
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
They're going to try. No. Nalon for 2. He's got it. They'll take it. And the Hornets, after starting the second quarter down 17 points, take the lead into the locker room at the half. What a comeback. Check this out, Gil.
The record for the most threes in the half is 12. By a single team. Portland ties it tonight. The Hornets are right behind them.
What an incredible first half from an offensive standpoint and a three-point standpoint between these two clubs. One half in the books. And the Hornets blazing from behind to lead 66-63 over Portland.
This is genius. We'll finally be able to download NBA.com directly into Joey's head. Imagine, he'll get the total NBA experience. All set, Joey?
No.
Great. Let's do it.
Whoa! Did it work?
Joey, who led the league in rebounding last year?
I think I smell smoke.
There are easier ways to be a true Fantasy League superstar. Log on to NBA.com today.
Kevin Garnett?
We're gonna be famous.
Ah, the video rental return. Beautiful day to return the movies?
I'm late. Beads are late.
This is a hassle.
So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
Hey, 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 it's Theo! Hey, 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 watch me play. Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot.
Throw it down, big man.
Okay. Hey, 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 what did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th.
The NBA believes that reading is the foundation to a child's future. And when you develop a lifelong love of reading, anything is possible.
Give a pig a pancake. She'll want some syrup to go with it.
Whether it's one book, one child, or one relationship at a time, the teams and its players are strengthening ties with their communities and building a brighter future for everyone.
Thank you.
So open a book and read to achieve.
Oh my goodness, we're catching our breath. What a first half of basketball. Up and down the floor. The Hornets trailed by as many as 17. Come back blazing in the second quarter to take a three-point advantage over the Trailblazers. What a half. The starting backcourt for the Trailblazers get 50. Dan Dickau comes off the bench with 18. Three-point bombs from everywhere. What a great game. Had this crowd on their feet. It kind of reminds me of that indoor football league that we call the Arena Football League. Joining me now, the executive director of the New Orleans Voodoo, Mike Fetter. Mike, that's fun stuff.
That was fun stuff. When you've got three guards that can put it up over 68 points and a half, that's amazing. And the crowd was into it, and it's fun for me to be in the arena just to watch all this excitement.
That kind of reminded everybody of the first year of excitement with the Voodoo, team that made the playoffs in its first year of the franchise. What's coming up this year? You got some big-time players coming in.
Well, we were 11-5 last year, best record in the league, and we expect to be better. You know, we signed Andy Kelly, who would be like the Dan Marino of the league. He leads the league in the all-time record for touchdown passes, receptions, yardage, the whole thing. Tabiti Davis, who played for the New York Giants, we signed as a free agent. So Mike knew, our head coach, wasn't going to sit back and just say, hey, we were pretty good last year. He got us much better.
8 of your 16 games, we're proud to announce, will be right here on Cox Sports Television. So if you can't come to the arena, check it out on Cox.
Well, the first 2 games we open on the road, January 29th, and it's going to be right here on Cox. Tomorrow night, we've got an encore game from last year, so at 7 p.m., we're playing the Arizona team who was in the Arena Bowl. We win the. I'll give everybody a secret. We win the game.
You win the game.
Good. We're not putting any encore games on that we lost. So, but no, I mean, Cox has been a great partner. I mean, I don't know, a game like tonight, you can't appreciate this at home. We're glad everybody's sitting at home. Same thing with the arena game. It's great to watch at home, and it's not the same as being in the arena.
Well, we look for exciting things. You've got the Dan Marino of arena football coming in. You can't beat that.
Well, name is Andy Kelly. I never mentioned his name, but our home opener is February 13th at 2 p.m. And we invite people to come out. It's just a great game. It's something that we know that people haven't enjoyed it. Dial 7. I have to get my shameless plug in. 731-1700 for tickets.
All right, we'll bring you 8 games on Cox Sports Television starting January 29th. Go to www.coxsportstv.com to check out the listing. January 29th against Georgia. The tape delay broadcast follows the Hornets versus Spurs game at 10 p.m. Mike, we wish you the very best.
Thanks, Jordy. Good luck to the Hornets today. It's been a great game, and I'm sure it'll be great the rest of the way.
Okay, buddy. Thank you very much. When we return to the New Orleans Arena, we will have all the highlights, all the stats. It's much better than even that stuff, and that's pretty darn good. Hornets by 3.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Ronnie.
What's that?
Well, Ronnie, lately I've been wanting faster internet. So I got an Earthlink high-speed connection, and now I've got,
Right. Seems kind of crazy to me.
It's downloading up to 70 times faster than the regular dial-up crazy, Ronnie. I'm getting free protection tools like virus blocker, spam blocker, and spyware blocker, and right now I'm getting a great deal on Earthlink high-speed. Is that kind of crazy, Ronnie?
Touché, Jim. But what if I don't want a crazy thing on top of my head?
It's not even real, Ronnie. Just a marketing device. Just to help remind people of Earthlink. See? Have a good one.
I'll try.
More speed, more security, more control. That's Earthlink High Speed. Offer starting at $19.95 a month for 6 months. For more information, call 800-747-9428 or visit these retailers. Earthlink revolves around you.
Around the world and off the lip. Into the game and out of the gate. Get over 25 specialty and regional sports networks in Sports Pack, including NBA TV, your all-access channel for everything basketball. All for only $12 or less per month. Order now at directtv.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
I love this game for the acrobatic plays. Woo! For the guys that leave it all on the court.
The drama, the tension.
McGrady at the buzzer. Yeah! Why do I love this game? For the teamwork, right?
We love this game.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD Revolution. Because this postseason, the Revolution will be televised.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Well, a combined 23 three-point field goals in the first half. The Hornets, remember, earlier in the season, barely got 66 points in a game a couple of times. They've got 66 at the break, and they lead the Blazers by 3. My kind of hoops, guys. Up and down, bombs away. Without further ado, we got so many highlights. Let's get to it. We started off And early on, this is one of the rare times you'll see an inside shot in the first 24 minutes. Tempers flaring a little bit, little double technical foul there, getting physical. And Damon Stoudamire was the man with the plan in the first quarter for Portland. Dribble penetration, kick it out, Stoudamire, yes, 16 points for Damon, 7 of 10 shooting, 2 of 3 behind the arc. Barron responds in kind with 2 of his 8 points. Dan Dickow off the bench, giving it up, leading A-line emphatically, sending it down. All about the outside shot. Nick Van Exel had 12. They shoot 76% for the period, 87.5 from behind the three-point line. You gotta be kidding me. Everything they threw up found nothing but nylon en route to a 40-23 advantage after one. In the second quarter, turnabout fair play. Dan Dickow was sensational. 6 of 10, 5 of 7 behind the arc, and the Hornets get on a roll. They are 11 of 19 at the half from three-point land, made 9 threes in the second. The Birdman inside. Barron penetrates, Dickow, you betcha. He led the Hornets with 18 points off the bench in 19 minutes. Bombs away, continued as J.R. Smith hits it. Well, here comes Nick Van Exel. He bombs away, had 20 points in the first half. Outside again, Dickow, the finger roll over the tall timber, gets it to drop. An exciting ball game. J.R. Smith, the rainbow jumper, took 3 of his 6 points at the break. Dickow, you betcha. The Hornets en route to a 43-point second quarter. On fire. You don't guard me? Dan says, I've got the hand. I'm the man. Crowd on their feet. An exciting first half. Everybody going crazy as we look at the first half numbers. The Hornets shooting 56%, Portland at 59%. It was a three-point festival. The Hornets perfect from behind the free throw line, out-rebounding the Pacers by 8. Only 7 combined turnovers by both teams, and not many points in the paint, but the Hornets have the advantage there by 2, and it ties the NBA record for threes. Dan, you the man, but we got another half to play. Stay with us. This is fun.
Hits another off. Yes. The other end, the Nuggets get out and run, and Nene makes a pass and slams it. Our feet are in the sand tonight. We're getting beat down the floor. Leonard has 7 points.
With up to 40 NBA games a week, news, stats, and highlights, NBA League Pass from DirecTV is heaven. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today.
I'm Kevin Willis, and I played for 7 teams in my career. Houston, Miami, San Antonio, Denver. It's the other way around. Every time I answered the phone, I was off to another city. Hello, am I tired of moving? Sure. Do I get a little confused? Yeah, but that's where the store on NBA.com comes in.
For all things basketball, log on to the store on NBA.com or call 866-SHOP-NBA. That's where Kevin goes to get everything he needs, even his travel mug.
I'm here to stay.
Get the big picture when you add HBO and Cinemax. Enjoy all the biggest Hollywood hits, the biggest selection of acclaimed originals, and the biggest array of choices. All day, every day, on 10 great channels. Bring the big picture home. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Well, I was introduced to basketball pretty late, and there wasn't a lot of basketball being played in Wales when I was growing up. Asking my husband if defense was the same as defense. Defense doesn't have the same ring, huh?
Whoa, where did he come from?
It's like some dance number flying through the air, you know, you really get a sense of how amazing it is. And so, yeah, I love it.
Ah, the video rental return. Beautiful day to return the movies?
I'm late. Beads are late.
This is a hassle. So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
66-63 Hornets over the Blazers. Both teams back, seeing if they can continue this rapid pace. Just to show you what kind of game it was, the starting front court for Portland has 5 points. Their starting backcourt has 50. Steve and Gil, it's a guard's world. You big guys just go rebound a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they always said, Jordy.
Wow, that was a half court that literally took your breath away. We got to get Jordy over here so the three of us can break into a rendition of...
so he can take some shots.
Oh, Jordy's jealous. Jordy's jealous. I've seen him play.
A rendition of?
A rendition of It's Raining Threes.
It's
Hallelujah.
Raining, hallelujah.
Unbelievable. It's Triple Fest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check your keys again.
Well, we said the perimeter defense would be key, and that Van Exel and Stoudamire would take the most shots. They're 19 to 29, 50 points. We get a thumbs down on that. Getting physical, at least we've gotten to the free throw line 7 times and made them all. And up in the tempo, if you score 66 points in the first half, I'd say that you have upped the tempo.
Hornets record 43 points in the second quarter. 18 for Dan Dickau. His career high is 23. Damon Stoudamire has 30, and his season high is 33. Nick Van Exel has 20, season high of 28. Unbelievable. Dickau doing it off the bench.
Well, look at the bench's production. We talked about that triple head again. Here they are with 29 points. Look at there. The assists, the rebounds, 6 assists. The minutes, not a lot. Only Dickau with 19, but his production, 18 points in 19 minutes. That's pretty efficient, I'd say.
Now the question is, Gil McGregor, can these two teams maintain this unbelievable pace into the second half?
As quiet as it's kept for all you guard-loving jump shooters who may be in my ear listening, the rebound and defense is still going to be the reason the game is won.
NBA history for most three-point field goals and a half for two teams is 23. You got it. Set tonight. 12 for Portland, 11 for the Hornets.
It's great to be a part of history.
And Dickau a big part of that as well. 66-63, Hornets by 3. They were trailing by 17 heading into quarter number 2. What a rally. Here we go.
It'll be slow this half. Neither team will score 40 points in the second.
Right. 2 on the shot clock. Smith for 3. And it's ripped down by Patterson. He turned it over. Discontinued, palming, whatever you want to call it.
Discontinued dribble, they call it now. I guess that sounds better than palming. But
they've updated the infraction to discontinued.
Same.
Mo Cheeks looks bewildered, like we all felt in that first half. Wild, just what were we watching?
Rod Serling took a shot and made a 3, so everybody can make 3s now. The twilight zone.
Indeed. Here's Brown. Nice rejection by Patterson, but Damon nails it. And the Hornets extend their biggest lead to 5.
Well, yeah, you got to pick up at half court, not because it's a defensive strategy. That's just to keep them from shooting it.
Yeah. Might need a bulldozer for that.
They're launching long.
The runner. Here comes Baron Davis, looking over the top to see maybe a home run pass. Decides to hang on. Elon with the 7-footer for Billa. Pretty crossover, and he gets the roll.
Changed his mind.
Lee Nailon has 14 points.
Chris Billa can't handle Lee Nailon out from the basket like that.
The Hornets, who in the past this year had problems hitting 70 for the game, have 70 early in the third. Van Exel. Stoudamire for 3. Why not? 33. He's tied his season high early third quarter.
It's ridiculous.
They're 13 for 22 from downtown. The Blazers, 59%. Tipped into the hands of Smith, 10 on the shot clock.
You got to check these regulation rims. I think they're a little bit bigger than it's supposed to be.
Davis, a spinner in and out, would have been 3. Chased down by Rogers, a new 24. Nailon Does it again.
It might be a new 24, but we don't need a shot clock tonight.
You know. Second chance points, all New Orleans.
Way to go. That's because we're only shooting right at 50%, so we're missing more than they are.
55%. Stoudamire actually missed a three. Nalon as the Hornets are flying. Davis over Smith, but chased down by Nalon. Long passing here. Smith open for three. And Brisbilla.
Nalon's made 10 of the last 13 Hornet points scored.
I feel like I'm in the schoolyard here watching this action. Patterson doesn't get the roll, gets the rebound, doesn't get it, but the tip by Brisbilla.
We can't have that. If they're going to make threes like they're making, okay. But we can't have them getting second and third chances now.
What's that, a layup? What is that?
I think it was an accident.
Oh, I see. I forgot what layups and tips look like. 72-68 Hornets. Bad situation there for the Hornets. The ball trickles out of bounds off the collision.
Well, I don't know what Lee Nalon was thinking, because there was no passing lane on that intended entry pass to Rodney Rogers.
Blazers
no
ball.
pass there.
Hey, Gil, let me invite everybody to go to www.coxsportstv.com for your chance to ask the announcers. You have a question for Gil, Jordy, or myself. It's on the World Wide Web. Just click on the Ask the Announcer icon. We'll field some of your questions. Please include your name and city in your email. Hornets by 4 and make it 2 as Brisbilla knocks it down and goes to the line.
Well, twice now the Blazers have gone inside, and that turnover committed by the Hornets was the first turnover since the first quarter. But Joel Brisbilla putting it over the rim.
Foul number 3 on P.J. Brown. Brisbilla from the University of Minnesota. His 5th year, can't make it a three-point play. The 9th overall pick by Houston back in 2000 after his sophomore year with the Gophers. 72-70 Hornets. 8:15 on the clock in the third. Nice look by Smith to find a wide open Nalon, who gets the bounce. Everything going in for Nalon.
Well, they're making that one extra pass too, Steve, and that's really getting people open for their shots.
Lee Nalon with 8 of his 18 this quarter on 9 for 12 shooting overall. Hornets by 4. Their biggest lead 7 for the Blazers 17. Patterson short. P.J. Brown's got it. That's his 7th rebound. Baron Davis orchestrates. Gets the step on Van Exel. Whips it out to Rogers, who sets for 3. In and out. Brisbilla finally grabs hole and threw it away. Terrible outlet. Here's Davis on a terrific feed from Smith. And P.J. Brown puts it down.
Way to go, baby.
Fighting, clawing for it. You got to like the tenacity there.
I mean, it's just been an outstanding offensive display. Both teams.
Hornets lead it by 6. Under 7 minutes left in the third. Stoudamire gets the opening, puts it in. Stoudamire has 35. That's his season high. Now he's closing in on a career high of 36. One more to tie that.
I got a feeling. Okay, we'll see it.
And that's goaltending on Brisbilla, so give it to Rogers. Another good look inside.
I think the guys are just passing the ball so very well. I mean, it's amazing that they are giving it up to each other. That extra pass is making a lot of difference.
Let's go to Jordy.
Well, Damon Stoudamire is having one of those nights that a guy that used to play for the New Orleans Jazz used to have. One Pistol Pete Maravich right across the street, guys, in the Superdome against your beloved New York Knicks, Mr. Albert. I saw him get 68 on Walt Clyde Frazier.
And almost on cue there. Patterson the follow. Yeah, Damon's got everything going but the droopy socks. Hornets ball.
Well, you look at this season, the career, and tonight, so Damon Stoudamire right in the middle between season and career, 1 point short of tying his career high.
The smallest player ever in the NBA to win Rookie of the Year. Boy, he's had some solid seasons. funny thing about Stoudamire, bigger things were expected after that great first year, but he has had a solid career overall.
Well, yeah, you know, that first year, Damon came in and played so well and got the nickname Mighty Mouse. And I think Toronto, being a new franchise, needed a marquee guy, and being small, everybody loved him. And it went well for a time, and then things started to go a little south. Well, down to Portland, I guess it is south from Toronto.
South Portland.
Southwest. And it didn't work out. Portland certainly besieged by lots of controversy and bad jokes about a lot of the situations that happened off the court, and stocked with lots of talent. You know, you see Rasheed Wallace, a great talent who was there, and they got rid of a lot of that talent, did Portland.
Well, after hitting their first 7 free throws, the Hornets finally missing, now 8 for 9. Match that up with the Trailblazers, only 3 for 8 from the line. 79-72 Hornets.
There's only 5 turnovers in this ball game, and our combined, each team.
Speaking of,
now there's another. And you know, and our statistician said it's because of the outside shooting. It's called no defense. That's what it's called.
That's what that is. Hornets by 7, 79-72. 5:42 left in the third.
Who's got a ticket? I'm looking for one. 2 tickets. I need 2 tickets. I gotta see the Lakers. I gotta see the Lakers. I don't care where I sit. Just get me in the building. I need Wolves tickets. Help me out. Anyone. 1 ticket.
Don't be left out. To get your tickets to any NBA game, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or go to NBA.com, because there's nothing like being there live and cheering on your favorite team.
This place is going crazy.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
This is genius. We'll finally be able to download NBA.com directly into Joey's head. Imagine, he'll get the total NBA experience. All set, Joey?
No.
Great. Let's do it.
Whoa! Did it work?
Joey, who led the league in rebounding last year?
I think I smell smoke.
There are easier ways to be a true Fantasy League superstar. Log on to NBA.com today.
Kevin Garnett?
We're gonna be famous!
Well, the frenetic pace continues. The Hornets up 7 with 5:42 to go in the third quarter. He has a night off, but we still got to get him on TV. The color analyst for the Portland Trailblazers, Steve Snapper Jones. That's a heck of a first half.
Well, no, it is. It was a tremendous first half. We got a tremendous pace going here. Everybody's asked me since I played here in New Orleans with the Buccaneers, does it remind me of the old days? We used to score this many and, you know, less time than this and feel pretty good about it, but they've had a tremendous night, and I hope that this continues because it's a good sign for the NBA. It's a good sign for the fans here in New Orleans and for Portland.
I said Stoudamire's having a Pistol Pete-esque night tonight.
Well, he's having a career night. He's right on it. He's torching it pretty good tonight, and the way it's going, he's going to have to be plus 40 for Portland to get the win. He and Van Exel are going to be the scoring stars for Portland, and they're going to have to stay in the game.
You, Larry Brown, Gerald, Go Van, Doug Mo, the Buccaneers. Thanks for spending time with us.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Those were the days, my friend.
All right, Jordy, what a rejection by James Thomas. Snapper Jones is right. We've got everything but the red, white, and blue ABA ball here working tonight. Here's Prisbilla.
And the leisure suits.
That's right. And the plaid pants. Are you talking about my wardrobe? The present one. There's Hornets ball off that turnover.
When new Bucks were called hush puppies.
That's right. That's right. Mo Cheeks trying to figure this one out. This is like the New Orleans Buccaneers and the New Jersey Americans from the old ABA days. The way these guys
New Jersey Americans.
Yeah, that's even before the Nets.
Oh, like the Pittsburgh Condors.
That's right.
The Memphis Tams.
The Memphis Tams. You know who owned that? Charlie Finley.
Charlie Finley.
Yeah. More famous, of course, for the Oakland A's. Brown gets it off to Nalon. Nalon drops it off for P.J. Brown, and he got fouled.
Well, I like the way the Hornets are balancing their offensive attack by going inside Portland has not done that with any regularity.
Our producer, Scott Snyder, reminds me of the San Diego Conquistadors. I think Will Chamberlain coached them for a while.
But he didn't show up. But he coached them.
And he'd be tough to miss. Brown at the line. So the Hornets are 9 for 10 from the line. Brown, his first trip. PJ with 7 points, 8 rebounds. Dan Dicko saying, get me back in there. I'm all warmed up, ready to go again.
That's right. They don't know I can shoot. Let me get back in there.
81-72, the Hornets, their biggest lead. 4:40 to go in the third.
And it's amazing the deficit the Hornets have come back from. We haven't even talked about that much. You've mentioned it. That's amazing. Down by as many as 17.
Yep, and a cute little move there by Stoudamire, who has his career high of 37. 15 for 22, a memorable night for Stoudamire.
Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right.
Oh, the alley-oop attempt almost worked. A foul on the play. J.R. Smith skying.
Or getting back to the foul line again. Like, that's the balance we talked about. J.R. Smith up, and away. And you got to hold him down to keep him from throwing it down.
Travis Outlaw with the foul. That's his third. So J.R. to the line. First trip. Gets the bounce. The Hornets 11 for 12 from the line.
Yeah, Damon Stoudamire is listed at 5'10". And you know what they usually do when they list you? A lot taller than you really are.
For sure.
They do.
Smith makes both.
That's why they called him Mighty Mouse.
Making the most of those 5'10". 83-74, Hornets by 9.
And we're plus 9 from the free throw line. Ironic, isn't it?
It really is. Outlaw had it stripped. It'll be Portland ball. Lee Nalon in the thick of things.
Yeah, they're shooting a higher percentage from behind the arc than they are from the free throw line on the Blazers. Because the free throw line's too close.
Move it back to the arc.
23 feet there, make all that free throws.
Shot clock running down to 24-second violation. It was 6 when they inbounded the ball, so they were in trouble to begin with.
Outlaw just made a criminal act, shooting a jump shot when he's got guys out front who can shoot like that.
That's the 5th turnover this quarter by the Blazers. 8 for the game. Hornets have just 5 turnovers. Boy, in the last 3-4 games, Hornets really showing a lot of good signs.
They really are, Steve.
So many areas. Oh, nice no look by JR. Here's Nalon.
One extra pass and Nalon was open. That was his shot to make.
Van Exel. And Rogers holding his ground. Here's Baron Davis. Skips into the front court. Gets by Stoudamire. Bounces it off to Nalon. The head fake, and he got it.
And the Hornets are getting out and running. Coach Scott wanted them to run, and they are doing so.
Beautiful pump fake by Nalon, allowing them to score. And timeout on the floor for the Blazers. 3:06 remaining in the third quarter. The Hornets have carried it over from that stupendous second quarter when they scored 43 points. They haven't let up. They laid it by a count of 85-74.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
You've got 30 days to make $50,000 so your gym becomes my gym.
I know how we can raise the money. A car wash.
When things look their worst, the average Joes
We can play dodgeball.
are at their best.
What's our team motto?
Aim low.
That's right. Now he's a philosophizer.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Order it with your remote on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Hey, 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 it's Flyover.
Hey, 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 watch me play.
Now this one is going through the rafters, and before it hits the bottom of the net, I will have filled out my official NBA All-Star ballot.
Throw it down, big man.
Okay. Hey, what did I say?
Send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2005 in Denver. Watch all the action live February 20th.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
Future NBA star right there. Hornets lead at 85-74 with 3:06 to go in quarter number 3. Hey, be one of the first 8,000 fans at the arena when the Hornets host the 76ers. And you'll get your very own Baron Davis bobblehead doll, courtesy of Pepsi. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Hornets.com for more information.
Does that bobblehead come with a heating pad or,
yeah, that's good.
or a masseuse?
That would be a very, very collectible item.
Yes, it would.
Lee Nalon, 10 points here in the third on 5 for 6 shooting. Portland has 11 points. He's almost got as many as Portland has this quarter.
Well, you know, but we can't wake Portland up.
85-74, the Hornets by 11. This is their biggest lead. Patterson fouled, hacked by Rogers, and that's his 4th.
Yeah, Rodney getting those fouls with regularity. He does have 7 points to go along with his 4 fouls. Only 22 minutes so far for Rodney, well, 23 minutes, and fouls will limit your time on the court.
So here's Ruben Patterson to the line. His 7th year out of Cincinnati. The Birdman, Chris Anderson, very effective in that first half, particularly the second quarter when the Hornets rallied for a team record 43 points. Most points for the Hornets in the second. Patterson, much off-the-court legal problems talked about by Gill earlier. The bloated salary, so he's hard to deal. They've had all kinds of off-the-court situations.
Well, is he the one that had the dog fight?
That was actually Quintel
That was
Woods.
Quintel Woods.
Yeah.
So I forgot about. See, they've had. It's not that everything went up in smoke with this team. There were some other issues too.
Yeah. But Ruben does bring a lot of energy to the floor and defensive attributes. There's Nalon again. He beat the clock, couldn't get it to go, and Brisbilla stepped out.
Well. Bottom line is don't step on the end line.
So they've got 9 turnovers altogether, 6 here in the third quarter.
Well, and that's better. That's more like it. That's much more like it. Hornets only 1, and that's what you want to see.
Nalon, this is Baron Davis, got 13 tonight. Nice return to Nalon. He gives to the Birdman. Birdman in heavy traffic, and he's fouled. Take your pick on that one. Looks like Patterson. And Chris Anderson may have jammed a finger in the process.
Let's see. We are to this point. Portland has scored 11 third quarter points. Is that right?
Correct.
Hornets 19. Well, they're still on the. I said maybe teams won't score 40.
Oh, nice catch by Brown in a crowd. Baron Davis gets the assist. That's his 5th.
And PJ dunked that with quite an emphasis.
87-75. Hornets' biggest lead, 12. A minute 50 left in the third. Here's Sebastian Telfair. Quite an interesting story. He is Stephon Marbury's cousin from the same high school, Lincoln High School in Brooklyn, New York.
And he's the smallest high schooler to ever be drafted into the pros.
6 feet 160. And he gets on the board. Physically mature, though, for such a young guy. He is strong. Don't let the body fool you. He knows how to get into the paint. He can penetrate the lane. Hornets by 10. What a second and third quarter they have had. This looks like an illegal defense, a 3-second defensive violation. So that is a technical. Hey, want to see Shaq, LeBron, Garnett, and Iverson? Pick up a 4-game Subway pick-up plan. Packages begin as low as $78. For more information, call 504-HORNETS or visit Hornets.com. Dickow couldn't do it.
Wow.
Rare.
That illegal D was called on Ruben Patterson. He garnished that call.
I get you. Here's Dickow. Baron Davis. You're making me hungry with all this stuff. Davis goes all the way, but a whistle.
That's the first attempted dunk by Baron Davis we've seen since he's come back from injury. It's a very good sign. Now, he doesn't complete it, but the fact that Baron feels comfortable enough with the back and with the legs to extend to go for the dunk, that's an outstanding sign. Baron, I'm glad to see you think about doing it.
Stoudamire with his second personal foul. So the lift, the explosion starting to return. Nalon, put that arm in ice, that left arm. What a third quarter for him. Coach John Nockbar checks in. Lee Nalon with a quarter to remember. 20 points on the game.
Had a high of 28 this season.
Under a minute to go in the third. 89-77 New Orleans.
Hornets playing a zone.
Stoudamire for three.
He doesn't care.
Stoudamire just continues to cash in. What a night he's having. 40 points. 9-point Hornets lead. Their biggest lead was 12. Blazers 17 heading into the second quarter. 8 on the timer. Baron Davis flips it back. Nockbar didn't expect. Saves. 3 on the shot clock, but the steal by Patterson, the foul on Dickow.
Got a little sloppy that time. Got a little lackadaisical with our ball handling.
A rare sequence indeed for Byron Scott's Hornets tonight. But they can't let up now. Got to keep this momentum and intensity going in the fourth.
Had a foul to give, and here comes Nick Van Exel, which is what he's done tonight with the jump shot.
20 points, 7 for 14 shooting. The Blazers shooting 53% as a team. The Hornets 53%.
Oh, they're holding the ball, are they? First half, they got 3 shots.
Van Exel, shake and bake. Anderson rips it away. 2 seconds, 1 from half court. Baron Davis, no. So the Hornets will take their biggest lead of the season into the fourth quarter, 89-80. A terrific third quarter after an incredible second in which they scored 43, and it's the Hornets by 9 heading into the fourth.
The NBA believes that reading is the foundation to a child's future. And when you develop a lifelong love of reading, anything is possible.
Give a pig a pancake. She'll want some syrup to go with it.
Whether it's one book, one child, or one relationship at a time, the teams and its players are strengthening ties with their communities and building a brighter future for everyone.
Thank you.
So open a book and read to achieve.
Get ready for action. Starting at Channel 125. Order with your remote. Only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
I love this game for the acrobatic plays. Woo! For the guys that leave it all on the court.
The drama, the tension.
McGrady at the buzzer. Yeah!
Why do I love this game? For the teamwork, right?
We love this game.
Ah, the video rental return. Beautiful day to return the movies?
I'm late. These are late.
This is a hassle. So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
Well, for those here in attendance at the New Orleans Arena and those watching on television, a night to remember for the New Orleans Hornets and their fans. How about some of these staggering numbers?
Well, the 50% shooting by both teams is something that you don't usually see. The three-point shooting by both teams, something you don't usually see. The Hornets doing a better job, much better job from the free throw line. That's what we'd like to see. And look at the second chance points. Because we're shooting 1 percentage point lower than them, I guess it means we got more opportunities for second chance points. 17-5 the score there.
Dan Dickow, 18 points off the bench, 3 assists, 6 for 10 shooting. Part of the three-point extravaganza here tonight. 6th time this year the Hornets take the lead into the 4th. They're 3 up, 2 down. When they do, and the foul on Nakbar.
Well, you see the Trailblazers try to run a backdoor alley-oop play. I mean, I guess they were taking a respite from the threes. Or was that a three?
They're 58% from the arc on 14 for 24 attempts. The Hornets 25 attempts. They've made 11 for 44%. Travis Outlaw, who's just a 38% foul shooter.
So he's got to miss his next 7.
That's right. Well, there's one.
Okay.
Gobbles it up away from Nakbar. He is quick and mobile, though. Got to be careful with him. And the foul again on Nakbar. It's 2 consecutive fouls. His 3rd.
You know, he's been in a little foul trouble as of late, has Bastian Nakbar, because he worked so hard. There's another time when we don't block out the guy on the free throw line. Although the rebound was captured in, it was the foul shooter that gets the steal. There has to be somebody who puts a body on the free throw shooter. That's basic basketball. We saw it didn't happen with Jerome Williams at Junkyard in New York, and now we see it again. You can't let a little thing like that slip by you. It must be done.
And it's gobbled up by the Birdman.
I was going to call him Jerome, Jerome Williams. Bring it on home, bring it to Jerome.
Junkyard Dog. Not an over and back. Last touch by Telfair, but time running down. Shot clock shows 7. Davis whips it down low. Dickow brings it out with only 2. Rogers has to put it up. Doesn't get it.
You must be careful now. We're starting to be a little lazy with the ball and not making the little plays that you have to make to be successful.
Nakbar playing real tough. Eagles flying. Telfair with 6 on the shot clock, loses the handle, picks it back up. 3, has to fire away. And another 24-second violation on Portland. Several.
The good defense, the first by Nakbar to eat into the clock, and then the next one, the tip by Baron Davis, forced Portland to take a hurried shot with the clock running down.
So the Hornets by 7. Reach-in foul on Patterson.
Blazers foul on number 21, Ruben Patterson.
That's his 4th.
Team's first.
Ruben Patterson plays bigger than he is. He's 6'5", plays like he's 6'8", 6'9" under the basket. Non-shooting foul. Here's Dickow. 3rd team foul on the Blazers. Hornets have 3 team fouls. Shot clock down to 4. Nakbar wide open for 3. Knocked out of bounds off Patterson. Should be Hornets ball. It is.
Well, now is the time where you want to continue running your offense just as they did. Work this clock a little bit. Make sure every shot you take is a good one.
They get a fresh clock. Davis posting up on the smaller Stoudamire. Beautiful pass. And then Ratliff with the rejection, but he bumped into Dickow, who went flying.
Well, great recognition and communication between Dickow and Baron Davis. Baron's posting up, and Dan just challenges Theo Ratliff. You know, we talked about that at the top of the show. You take it to the rim, no matter that he's there. Don't let Theo intimidate you. As good of a shot blocker as he is not going to get every one of them without it being a foul sometimes.
Dickow's tough.
Yes, he is.
6 feet 190, but plays like a big man. He has that mental toughness, and he'll dive. He'll get bounced around and get right back up.
Well, you know, he's a happy guy to get time on the club after not being able to play the last couple of years. So he's going to do everything he can to stay on the floor.
Well, he's made quite an impression around the league. Here's Stoudamire for 3. Battle for the loose ball out of bounds to New Orleans.
Well, there you go. You shoot 21 threes in the first half. You've only taken 2 with 10 minutes to go in the second half. The Hornets can't buy a 3.
0 for 7. But they still have the lead by 9. They work it around the perimeter. Nockbar driving the baseline. He was going for the jam.
Yes.
But the foul.
Go for the rim, baby. Take it to the rim.
Outlaw.
Committed crime. What a nice drive by Nockbar. I mean, the thing I like about him is he will take the ball towards the hoop. That's very big.
Bojan Nockbar, 6'9", out of Slovenia. Traded from Houston with Jim Jackson, who has still yet to report, for David Wesley. That was back on December the 27th, but Nockbar has done a real nice job. Part of that 3-man triumvirate coming off the bench with Dickow and Anderson.
And you want him to take his time and convert his free throws. Those things help you pad your stats. Knock those bad boys down. There's no defense on you.
Derek Anderson replacing Stoudamire, who leaves with the career-high 40. Hornets by 9, 9:40 remaining in the fourth. Here's Outlaw.
Walking. No, they don't call the walking.
Instead of foul on Rogers, and that's his 5th.
He turns faces and gives a nice little shuffle of the feet before putting it on the floor.
A little bit of a delay as they try to get P.J. Brown into the game. Here we go.
Number 42, P.J. Brown.
And departing is Rodney Rogers, leads with the 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 personal fouls.
I know this is a game that Rodney wants to stay on the court. This is a very offensive focused ball game. You want to get a few points too.
Anderson on the drive, Dan Dickow. So we've sort of hit a bit of a lull here after, man, 2 action-packed quarters after that first quarter.
Had to hit a lull, I would think. You know, it's
guys are only human.
Yeah.
Rodney Rogers with a breather with the 5 fouls. So the guys with a chance to catch their collective breath, and we'll see if they return to form in the final moments. Well, there's a start as Van Exel nails the 3. Here we go again. Perhaps. He's got 23.
I guess they set Damon Stoudamire down so Van Exel could take all the shots.
Van Exel also has 8 assists. Davis with a long feed. Dickow now tries to counter, and he does with a 3.
All right.
It's starting again.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is starting again.
It's like the blob. Here's Telfair. Fade away. Nice off the glass with the kiss. As my old partner Bill Raftery would say. Sebastian. Many thought a gamble at number 13. But he's showing some pretty good signs in only his first season in the NBA.
Steve, I'll say this. For Portland, it was a gamble. You already had Van Exel, and you already had Stoudamire. You don't need it.
Here's what we were referring to earlier about Dan Dickow. Boy, he is something else.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs at Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition.
Did he catch it? Yes, he did. What a game! Unbelievable!
Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
I'm Kevin Willis, and I played for 7 teams in my career. Houston, Miami, San Antonio, Denver. It's the other way around. Every time I answered the phone, I was off to another city. Hello, am I tired of moving? Sure. Do I get a little confused? Yeah, but that's where the store on NBA.com comes in.
For all things basketball, log on to the store on NBA.com or call 866-SHOP-NBA. That's where Kevin goes to get everything he needs, even his travel mug.
Atlanta, I'm here to stay.
Get the big picture when you add HBO and Cinemax. Enjoy all the biggest Hollywood hits, the biggest selection of acclaimed originals, and the biggest array of choices. All day, every day, on 10 great channels. Bring the big picture home. Order HBO and Cinemax online now at DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DirecTV.
The Hornets by 7 with 8.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Time now for our Ask the Announcer question from Billy. With the injuries to Mashburn, McGlure, and Davis, how many points have the Hornets missed out on this season?
Well, Billy from Bossier City, let's look at the graphic and do compilation. 1,389 total points missed this season when all 3 of these young men are out for the Hornets, and that's a whole lot of points.
Jamal Mashburn's numbers, of course, from last season. Jamal McGlure expected back in what, about 4 or 5 weeks, I guess?
4 or 5 weeks, yeah.
From the broken finger. There's Jamal.
That's still a long time, though, isn't it?
Boy, he was out altogether. It'll be 3 months. Anderson the follow, and he got hacked.
Well, I really like the way the Hornets are attacking the rim, because you know that Portland is going to, they've done so well, they're going to start to rely even more on trying to catch up with the 3. Barron just lost it up off the backboard, and Chris Anderson knows what's coming, so he follows that shot and sticks it back up and draws the foul.
Well, the Hornets really doing the job, Gil, in the category of second chance points, outscoring Portland 20-5.
Yeah, Portland really relying so much on that jump shot, and they are making so many of them. I don't think they have to worry so much about second chance. Their first chances are pretty good, but the Hornets doing an outstanding job. 21-5, I think, that's a wonderful stat and shows you how aggressive the Hornets have been up front.
And the Birdman with a double-double tonight after hitting those free throws. 10 points, 11 rebounds. 96-87, the Hornets by 9. And that's Derek Anderson. Anderson off the bench with 7.
You know, Anderson had been a mainstay of this offense early this year, and they thought that there was not enough energy in the offense, and so they set him down.
A streaky type shooter. He struggled last year, shot only 38%, missed a lot of games, 31 with injuries last year. 8th year out of Kentucky. Shot clock down to 4. The pull up by Baron Davis, rattles in and out. Rejection by Outlaw. Out of bounds, though. They lose the ball, though.
Well, no Theo Ratliff blocking shots, but Outlaw certainly is doing his job and goes and gets this one. Nice attempt, but this is what you do. You clean it up. PJ goes up, and Outlaw says no.
Hornets have 21 on the shot clock. They're up by 7. They got well covered by Stoudamire. Nailon. Bouncing off Anderson. Nice. 22 for Lee Nailon.
Anderson played that as if he thought Lee Nailon was a right-hander, and that Lee was going to come back to the right. He just took him left and scored on him.
6 shy from tying his season high, and Stoudamire just motors on. Extends his career high to 42.
Wow.
And it's 98-91. Hornets by 7.
First team to 100 wins 94% of the time.
Although it is a traveling on Nylon. I have certainly heard that. But you know what? In the last few years, they almost have to change it first team to 84. But not tonight. So the turnover on New Orleans, and a disgruntled Lee Nylon goes back on defense. Blazers have made their last 4 field goal attempts. So they're starting to regain the touch. They're shooting 54% for the game. The Hornets 49.
Playing a lot slower though.
Stoudamire, the spin move. Easy rebound for Anderson.
This is his second double-double of the season for the Birdman.
12th rebound of the year, of the night. Here's Davis. Fade away from 3. Dick out. Keeps it alive. Hey, look what I found.
He snatched that one down, didn't he?
Sometimes you're lucky. Davis on the penetration kick out to a wide open Brown. Pulled the string on it. And the Hornets have all of a sudden hit a bit of a drought. But they're still in the lead by 7. Ratliff down low. Wants to get closer, and there's Chris Anderson again.
You know, you got to let Theo shoot from 3 feet. That is out of his range.
13 rebounds for Chris Anderson. Baron Davis backs his way in on Stoudamire, uses his upper body strength. Now here's Dickow driving the baseline. He stepped out. 5.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. A little bit of a lull here for the Hornets, but they still have a 98-91 advantage.
Hits another off.
Yes.
The other end, the Nuggets get out and run, and Nene makes a pass and slams it. Our feet are in the sand tonight. We're getting beat down the floor. Leonard has 7 points.
With up to 40 NBA games a week, news, stats, and highlights, NBA League Pass from DirecTV is heaven. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS today.
I'd like my hard drive to fry like a mozzarella stick.
I'd like all our family photos to just disappear.
I'd like catastrophic system failure.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
No, it'd be awesome if my computer could make the sound of a Yeti.
That's why America Online now gives away comprehensive virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That's what I want.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
They took his town.
People used to walk tall in this town.
They took his freedom.
This ain't exactly home anymore.
Now, he's standing up and fighting back. Order The Rock in Walking Tall for just $1.99 on DirecTV pay-per-view. Get down! Walking Tall.
This is my town.
Order it this month on Channel 199.
In a game that has seen 55 3-point attempts, the Hornets lead 98-91, 5.5 to go in the 4th. The LSU men and women's basketball teams are on Cox Sports Television this Wednesday and Thursday against the University of Arkansas. The men take the court Wednesday at 10 p.m. and then the women do the same Thursday at 8:30 p.m. That's back-to-back men's and women's LSU hoops right here on Cox Sports Television.
Well, it certainly has been an offensive first half that is unparalleled. The second half, I think people got a little more sensible. It came down to earth. 17 third-quarter points by the Blazers, 23 for the Hornets. And so I think everybody got a little more realistic in their goals scoring and their goals setting.
We just saw that guy, didn't we? Rasheed Wallace. Last 40-point effort by Portland. Rasheed, of course, now with the world champion Detroit Pistons. Hornets by 7, 5:20 on the clock. Derek Anderson stops and pops the pull-up over Nylon. Nylon snags it.
See, now the thing about Portland, too, particularly Van Exel and Damon Stoudamire, they are great late game big shot makers. So, you know, the Hornets have a pretty nice lead, but it can't be too comfortable because these guys can make threes and get you right back in it.
2-1. Dickow just realized it and just flung it. Anderson swooping in. managed to tap it over to P.J. Brown.
Way to keep it alive, Chris.
Anderson, who has 13 boards, closing in on his season high of 18. That's also a career high. From the outside, short is the Birdman. Here comes Travis Outlaw, like a bullet into the front court. Nice feed to Stoudamire, and a crowd gets it to go. And things getting awfully uncomfortable now.
Yeah, getting a little too close.
98-93 Hornets. They've got to be careful. 4:12 to go in the fourth.
Well, I expect to see Baron Davis start to score a little bit. He's 0 of 7 here in this second half, and only 2 points from the foul line.
3 for 14 overall. Has 15 points. Again, the shot clock dwindles to 3. Dickow with 1. P.J. Brown kept it alive for the Birdman, and a loose ball foul against Portland. It's Anderson.
I think the guys are doing a great job on the boards, particularly Chris Anderson.
And the Birdman will step up. 10 points, 14 rebounds for Chris Anderson. Got that one to go. Here's the overall story, and the Hornets by 16 on the boards.
That's a difference in that's a very big difference in the ball game, actually.
Birdman misses the second. Long rebound comes out to the Blazers. Van Exel will bring it across. 6-point game. Van Exel, Stoudamire, Anderson, Outlaw, and Prisbilla for Portland. The Blazers 15 and 19. They've lost 5 of their last 6, 7 of their last 9. And it's stolen by the Hornets. Brown. Alert play there. Look out from behind. Outlaw. Here's Davis in the paint. And the follow by the Bird.
Second chance points. Another stick back.
Chris Anderson having a huge night. And they are up and applauding here at the New Orleans Arena. The Hornets 101, the Blazers 93.
Brace yourself for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 39 in crystal clear high definition. Now is the time to join DirecTV's HD revolution. Because this postseason, the revolution will be televised.
I'd like to experience a total system meltdown.
I'd like to lose all of my music files.
I would really love to get a virus and give it to all my friends.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
I'd like it if someone stole my identity.
That's why America Online now gives away comprehensive virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Ah, the video rental return. Beautiful day to return the movies.
I'm late. Beads are late.
This is a hassle.
So, what'd you think?
I think I owe $7 for a movie I didn't even get to see.
You know there's a much better way. Stars, your ultimate movie connection. With Stars, you'll get 12 movie channels with up to 600 different movies a month, all for $12 or less.
Call now to get the Stars Super Pack for $12 or less a month. So call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com today.
The Hornets maintaining their lead. They were actually down by 17 heading into the second. Had that remarkable 43-point second quarter, and they've never looked back. They've maintained the lead throughout since that time. 101-93. Can they hang on for 3 minutes and 20 more seconds?
Well, they're certainly going to hang on from playing perimeter defense because remember, Nick Van Exel and Damon Stoudamire make big baskets late. They've done it all their career.
Blazers basketball. They trail by 8. Van Exel driving, puts it up with the left hand, doesn't go. Comes out to Davis, and here come the Hornets. Baron Davis zigzagging. Finally holds it up, the double team. Oh, and it's stolen by Van Exel. Poor pass, Nalon. Stoudamire ropes it in.
Now these two guys want to play with each other. Stoudamire and Van Exel, they're looking for each other.
Stoudamire barreling in, and Dickow got him.
Now, Lee Nalon put too much air under that pass. I mean, Baron Davis, I thought, did a great job because they're trying to trap Baron and get the ball out of his hands, and he made a good pass when he released it. Too bad Lee Nalon's pass out of the corner wasn't equally as good.
Dan Dickow with his fourth. It'll put Stoudamire on the line, where he's 1 for 1, 18 for 27 from the field.
And one trip to the foul line.
Amazing. 45 points as he rattles that one down. Blazers 7 for 15 on the night from the line.
Normally you don't see a guy with 45 points and only 2 of them coming from the foul line. That's very rare.
Chris Anderson gets a huge hand from the crowd. He's like a matinee idol here. 13 points, 15 rebounds. 13 ties his season high. His season high and career high in rebounds would be 18.
Well, he was so concerned about his play in New York. He asked me after the game, how many rebounds did I have? And I told him 37, and he said I had none. He knew he didn't have any rebounds, so this is a good bounce back game for him.
Hornets by 6, 2.5 minutes remaining. Rodney Rogers with 5 fouls. Here's Davis.
Look how quickly they double Baron.
And Prisbilla pulls it in. That's his 8th rebound.
They doubled Baron, and he was a bit off balance on that shot. He really didn't have a good look.
Van Exel's got 23, a running one-hander. Davis goes high for that one. Beautiful feed, Nalon. And Prisbilla with another board.
We've had some looks. We got to knock him down.
Down it goes to Outlaw. And it is a blocking foul on Rogers, and he fouls out.
Well, let's look at this one. Let's look at it. Rodney believes that he's in place. Now, here's the play. Where's Rodney? Rodney is still moving. Both of Rodney's heels, if you just stop it right here, Rodney's heels were off the floor. He was on his toes because he was still moving. The fans don't like it. Rodney doesn't like it, but it was a good call. He was not stationary.
But if you want to put somebody on the line for Portland, it's this man. Not a good foul shooter. Travis Outlaw.
That shot ought to be illegal by Outlaw.
As Rogers fouls out. Former first-round pick out of high school, Travis Outlaw, trying to bring his Blazers closer. He made the second. 101-96.
Here's the pressure, and it's going to be all Port.
1:47 to go. Hornets struggling from the floor this quarter, only 19% after some outstanding shooting earlier. Anderson wheels, rejected with authority by Outlaw.
It's a foul.
They are calling the foul.
Well, he gets fouled by Prisbilla, sticking his arm in to try to stop the drive by Chris Anderson.
It was a tremendous rejection, but then Prisbilla with the foul. Here's Anderson, and that's his season high of 14 points.
Way to bounce back.
14 points, 15 rebounds. 15 and 15. 2 clutch free throws by the Birdman Chris Anderson to extend the lead to 103-96 with 1:32 to go. A night to remember for Chris Anderson. 6 for 6 from the line. Well, if you are just joining us, this is what you missed from the standpoint of three-pointers. It was non-stop, Gil.
No, they came frequently and farther each time. Every time they went up, not just by one club, by both clubs. 23 threes in the first half alone. It was ridiculous. It was unreal, but it was beautiful to watch. Just look at this, over and over. Bring out the Kewpie dolls. 3 for $1.
A furious display from downtown, and history is made. NBA record for most three-point field goals in a half. What a display.
And who said they can't shoot in the NBA?
A triple fest tonight. There's your reset. Hornets with 2 full. 1:20 second time out. The Blazers with 1 and 1. Well, it's easy to get Hornets game tickets. Just call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS for all the big names that'll be visiting the arena. You can see Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, Yao Ming, and all your NBA favorites. And they're just one phone call away at 1-800-4NBA-TICKS. Or better yet, visit Hornets.com for more information.
And who knows, you may show up at a game and see an NBA record for threes, or NBA record for block shots, or NBA record for dunks. You'll never know unless you exercise the opportunity to get that individual ticket and come on out and check out the Hornets.
Minute 30 on the clock. Hornets looking for their 5th win. Stoudamire, no. Outlaw, rejected. Get out of here, says the Birdman. They're going to call goaltending.
I wish it just been a foul. Bird's looking like he can't believe it, but Stoudamire takes the jumper. Watch Outlaw swoop in and steal it. Bird goes and gets it. They're saying it was in the cylinder. I thought that was a pretty good looking block to me.
A very questionable call by the officials. 103-98, the Hornets by 5. Minute 15 to go.
Now Barron's 0 of 9 here in the second half with only 2 made free throws. He's got to show that he can score if they don't guard him.
Davis deep corner with 5 on the shot clock, driving the baseline, forced out. Going to be a whistle on Prisbilla. That's a foul.
Back in the old days, they had what they called force outs, and the Hornets would just get the ball. But this is a foul now because the force out is no longer called. It's either a foul or you stepped out.
So Baron Davis will step to the line. 15 points. Now 7 for 7 from the line, 16. Plus 6 assists and 5 rebounds.
We said they needed scoring late, and however you can get it, they'll accept it.
And he makes both. Big free throws there. 8 for 8, 17 for Davis. And with 1:03 to go, the Hornets by 7. 105-98. Let's go to Jordy.
Okay, Steve, thank you very much. Thrilling ball game during the last timeout, and I'm sure that Byron Scott will tell his team the same thing in this timeout. You know they're going to go to Stoudamire and Nick Van Exel looking to shoot threes. He told his big guys, step out and show yourself a little bit longer. You'll have weak side help if your man goes to the goal. You got to come out and hedge and bump into Stoudamire or Van Exel until the guard can come back and catch up to them. Very sound fundamental defensive strategy.
All right, Jordy, thank you very much. The Hornets lead at 105-98 around the league. Philadelphia beats Toronto 106-96. Memphis over Charlotte 109-89. Indiana beat Phoenix. They beat the best team in the league 101-83. Boston knocks off Atlanta 106-94. Orlando 101, Detroit 96 in the 4th.
Wow.
And San Antonio ahead of Dallas in the 4th. Here's Stoudamire for 3. And Brown pulls it in. Stoudamire going for the steal. Baron Davis brings it across. Under a minute. Hornets by 7. Taken away by Stoudamire. Van Exel steps back for 3. Can't hit. And there he is again. P.J. Brown to the rescue.
Mr. Dependable.
And the foul with 34 and 1/10 seconds. The crowd loving it. P.J. Brown, 12th rebound to go along with 10 points. Give him a double-double, just like the Birdman.
Well, you got double-double from Bird, double-double from Brown, and all that overshadows all that great three-point shooting because that's where the game actually is being won for the Hornets.
Baron Davis, a perfect 9 for 9 from the line. Now make it 10 for 10, give him 19 points. Timeout, Blazers. 34 1/10 seconds remaining. And the Hornets lead it by 9, 107-98. The Hornets on the threshold of their 5th victory of the season. And you have to be impressed by the way they have bounced back from a tough loss in Detroit just the other night.
A tough loss in Detroit, and remember, fans, they were down 17 points against a club that looked like they weren't going to miss any shots from outside. 6 for 7, 8 for 9 at one time from three-point range were these Portland Trailblazers, but they hung in there and fought, and looks like they're going to get victory number 5.
It's one of those nights you circle on the calendar at the end of the season. You say, this was a night to remember. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming games for the New Orleans Hornets on the upcoming schedule. They'll be in Toronto for a noon game. No broadcast of that one, but we'll be back on the air from Philadelphia with the league's leading scorer, Allen Iverson, and the Philadelphia 76 at 1 p.m. on Monday. Then the Indiana Pacers come to town with Jermaine O'Neal and company. That'll be Wednesday night at 7 p.m., followed by the L.A. Clippers, a fellow named Shaq and Dwayne Wade for the Miami Heat, January 23rd at Miami. And then the Houston Rockets come to the New Orleans Arena on January the 26th with a fellow named David Wesley.
Dwayne Wade missed the game the other night. Set out, uncharacteristic of him.
Well, what a night for the Birdman. Dan Dickau also contributing with the 23. Birdman with a double-double. Here we go, final 30 seconds. And that goes. Stoudamire for 3. Unbelievable night for Damon Stoudamire, who has 48 points.
Should have seen the arc on that ball. It was like 15, 20 feet in the air.
And he puts the Blazers within 6.
He's going to put an unbelievable arc on this ball. Watch how high this bad boy goes. I mean, way up there. He had unbelievable arc. Tremendous height on that shot and nothing but net. When you're hot, Steve. Well, that's how you know what it's like to be in the zone.
You're right. The last 50-point scorer against the Hornets was Clyde the Glide, 1989. Stoudamire with 48. By the Blazers, I should say. Dan Dickau, 108-101. 28 and 8/10 seconds. Dickau again. And the Hornets by 8. Portland ball. Stoudamire going to call a foul on Naylor.
Yeah. You know, and all you want to do, Lee, is just give him a look, set him see your hands. If he makes that thing running it like that, you just got to be okay with it. But the chances of him making 3 free throws are pretty good.
So Stoudamire to the line, where he's just 3 for 3, but he's going for the big 50.
And these guys have shot 50% from behind the arc and 50% from in front of the arc. 50 over, 50 total. 50-50.
9 for 18 from the line. 49 for Stoudamire. So Ruben Patterson replaces Joel Prisbilla.
It's not every day you see a player score 50 points.
Very rare.
And lose.
He's got it. And now another one. As he was attempting the 3.
See, now it becomes just a 2-possession game, and with the way that Stoudamire and Van Exel shoot 3s, the Hornets have to be very careful. No turnovers.
He hits all 3, has 51 points. 22 seconds. Hornets by 6. And Outlaw with the foul on Davis. Number 5. Damon Stoudamire with a career-high 51 points, but it might be in defeat. And the Hornets bench standing, applauding. Junior Harrington over there, Corsley Edwards, George Lynch.
And they got a big fan right there. That's little Gil McGregor.
There you go. Part of the bench.
Oh, he's happy as he can be. You think he scored 2 of these points?
I'm sure, like a lot of kids, lives and dies with the ball club. I remember when I was a ball boy, I did with the Knicks. I literally lived and died by it.
It's like part of your identity.
Oh, man, I couldn't wait on the road to watch them on television. I couldn't wait to get to the Garden to be there. And I'm sure little Gilbert's the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Davis.
First miss of the night for BD. Took the wrong time to leave me, Lucille.
10 for 11 from the line. Looking for his 20th point. Got it.
Now, this is what I would see. The pressure on the ball. Put pressure on Stoudamire. Don't let him get a good look.
7-point lead, 15 seconds. Outlaw, no!
What is Outlaw thinking, Steve?
Yeah.
They don't need a 2.
They don't need a 2. How ironic.
And look at Damon Stoudamire's face. He's like, are you crazy? Get the ball back to me.
10.9 seconds. Stoudamire fires it up from 3. Yeah!
That's why he wants it back. That is ridiculous.
54 for Stoudamire, 8.1 seconds, 110-106. Hornets by just 4.
You know, he's like, gotta say, what do you think about Outlaw? I'm the man with the hot hand. And he is just throwing them up and throwing them in. 54 points.
Well, you really got to wonder what was going through Outlaw's mind.
Oh, was he engaged that time? Was he thinking of anything? 57 is the franchise high allowed, I think, by David Robinson. By Reggie Miller, I know one of the great ones. Reggie Miller has 57, and now Damon is right on his heels.
Second highest in the NBA this year, 54 for Damon. Davis. He's got 22. Jermaine O'Neal, of course, had 55 earlier this year. And the buzzer sounds. That is it. That is it. The Hornets win their 5th of the year. And a very impressive victory at that. 112-106. Here come the streamers, the confetti, and the Hornets and their fans with a chance to celebrate despite Damon Stoudamire's heroics tonight of a career-high 54 points. The Hornets hold on for the victory. So the Hornets will head to the road to Toronto and Philly in a very good mood. Let's go to Jordy.
Okay, thank you very much. 2 of the stars of the ball game join me now in 2 capacities. Dan Dickow, your 17 points in the second quarter turned this game around after you were down 17. That rim must have looked like Lake Pontchartrain.
It looked pretty big. I was feeling it pretty good, and you know, we were just getting in, driving kick against the defense, and then I got a couple jumpers off of pick and rolls, but you know, we just had to keep playing hard and knowing we were going to get back in the game.
25 points on 6 threes. You were feeling it, and then when you didn't have it, you weren't afraid to give it up. Congratulations, great game. Let me talk to your partner now.
No problem.
All right, the Birdman. Whereas Dan did it in the second quarter, you did it in the second half. 15 points, 15 boards. Your athleticism and your energy means so much to this club.
I mean, definitely, we coming off the bench, we got to do that. I mean, that's my role and that's Dan's role. So if we come out and give a spark like that, we're definitely going to get a win like this every night.
We got the Jazz behind us, and it must be the new do. You slicked it back, and you have your career, your Hornet high for points and another double-double.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I'm going to have to start pulling out all the styles out the closet again.
This game just continues to show how this club is improving. You're getting guys healthy. The spirit of this club and the confidence has got to be up extremely high.
Yeah, they just got to, the fans just got to stick with us, man. I mean, we're playing with new guys and a new system, and Coach said, you know, we're going to struggle a little bit, but now that we're getting in the flow of things and deeper into the season, we're going to get more wins and see more wins like this.
Win number 5, but more importantly, 3 of the last 4. Go enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you, sir.
The Birdman getting it done. Hornets get the big win. Stevie, first half was great. Second half was better. What a win.
Very impressive performance all around by the New Orleans Hornets to beat the Blazers 112-106. Back with the Rainbow Suzuki post-game report.
Welcome to NBA TV's NBA Action. This week, the answer keeps soaring to new scoring heights, while T-Mac and the Rockets are taking off in the West. Plus, the mailman delivers his goodbye to the game. We'll take a look back at an NBA All-Star Classic, and we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Back for Haslam, rejected by Gerald Wallace. Wow, that's one of the best blocks we've seen this year. Get out! He's unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw! Oh, man, what a dunk!
Tear up that rim, young fella.
Sensational! Ooh, I'm shaking in my chair! Oh, at home!
We begin by taking you into the action with the 76ers' Allen Iverson, who's been nothing short of spectacular. It's been one of the best seasons of Allen Iverson's 9-year career. He leads the league in scoring once again and is 5th in assists.
Iverson taking on all comers. How did he do it? Only Allen knows. Iverson gets inside, somehow got 2 more. Iverson, yes!
Earlier this season in back-to-back games against Milwaukee and Utah, Iverson scored 54 and 51 points.
Iverson falling away. Got it! He is too hot to handle. Iverson playing in traffic, spun into a gorgeous play by Allen.
Iverson to the basket again. Wow. Iverson spectacular again.
Sixers down 5. It's Iverson at it again. All the way to the cup. Count it! And a foul! Here come the Sixers looking to go in front. Iverson got it. Allen thinking 3. Scurries in and gets 2.
Iverson adds 2 more. We are seeing something special tonight from Allen Iverson. 54 points in the game.
Iverson at it again. Yes! 51 points, 50 or more now in consecutive games.
But last week against Orlando, the 3-time scoring champ hit new heights. Allen poured in a career-high 60 points, the only Sixer besides Wilt Chamberlain to reach that mark.
Iverson gets all the way in and scores it. Allen leads the NBA in scoring, averaging over 29 points per game. And here come the Sixers looking to go in front. Iverson got it.
Iverson under the rim and he reverses it in. 8 points for Iverson. He's got 8 of Philly's 15. The Sixers lead is 3. Iverson is spending a lot of time in the paint and a foul. Iverson behind the screen fires in another jumper.
And he is using the magic. He's got 15 here in the first quarter. Iverson pierces it, got to the cup and laid it home. Well done by AI. And AI's got it going on in this game. Iverson with 25 of the Sixers' 53.
Iverson will have his season average in the first half. 29.
And here's Iverson hoping for something. It's a 3 and down it goes. Wow! And with that 3, Allen Iverson for the 55th time in his career has a 40-point game. And that is through 3 quarters of play.
Iverson to the basket again. He's got 47.
Here are the Sixers by 12. Iverson, yes!
He's not going to do the 60 thing now, is he?
Allen's going to take Nelson, yes! 56 points, a season high, and 2 away from his career high.
As hot as he was from the field, Iverson was just as good from the line, hitting 24 of his 27 free throws to cap off his remarkable performance.
A career high 60 points for Allen Iverson. And the Sixers, on top of that, are going to win it.
A night worth remembering for Allen Iverson and the 76ers. A career high 60 points for the 6-time NBA All-Star.
In fact, Allen's night was so amazing, we thought we'd take one last and fast look back at all 60 of his points.
Iverson in 42 minutes, making history for the first time in his career, dropping 60 points.
I've accomplished a lot of things in my life, but it just feels good to see that my teammates, the coaching staff, and the fans, everybody wanted me to do it. And without those guys, I can't do it. I can't do what I go out there to do every night. I was just making a conscious effort to try to attack all game. Just keep going at them and keep them on their heels, and that's what I was able to do.
You're watching NBA action on Fox Sports Net. Now we go back into the action in the West with the red-hot Houston Rockets and their newest star, Tracy McGrady.
I appreciate the love. I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm just looking forward to something great happening in the city of Houston, and believe me, something great is going to happen.
He turned it over, here we go. We're down to 6, down to 5, down to 4, McGrady at the buzzer. Yeah!
We got to have this building rocking each and every night.
The Rockets win it! Oh, give me 5!
This is one of the greatest comebacks in Rocket history.
I have never seen anything like this.
When you're looking to establish a culture of a team, you need your best players to buy into your vision, and my vision has always been the best players lead you in the areas of work and in unselfishness, and Tracy has that.
It's McGrady, guarded by Jerome Williams. Goes to the hoop with 5, goes outside with 3, goes to Patrick with 1. A running one, and it goes! And the Rockets steal it at the buzzer!
I feel we have capabilities. Talent is not what separates teams in the NBA. It's the eagerness to share and sacrifice and trust for the good of the team, and those teams that can be consistent doing those things win.
Last week, T-Mac and the Rockets were shooting for their 3rd straight win, but had their hands full with league MVP Kevin Garnett, who carried his Timberwolves to a 4th quarter lead.
From the top to Garnett. And now it's Garnett leaking out the other way for the two-hand jam.
But the #1 star on this night would be Tracy McGrady, who put on a spectacular display in leading his Rockets to a comeback victory.
Grady, who rocks back and sticks a 3.
The more I see Tracy McGrady play, the more you appreciate his game.
The play broke down, so McGrady's going to try to make something out of it. He did. McGrady in the post this time. Tracy ends up with it. Tracy McGrady right back to the rim. Oh, that hurt. Houston wins it in overtime. Tracy McGrady leads the way with 9 points in the overtime, 40 points in the game.
You know, you get the front row seat of a good show most nights. You know, he really puts on a show and really controls the game.
Next up, the Lakers minus Kobe Bryant, and the Rockets took full advantage.
Lovely turnover. Trying to force the pass. Wesley to Padgett on the break, and he laid it in. Rockets now just out hustling the Lakers down the floor. Sura hard to the basket, flips it in. Oh, gorgeous play from Bobby Sura. McGrady, straight on look at a 3. Bucket. Tracy McGrady. Strickland 9 to shoot. Dances into the lane. Missed a 10-footer. Follow dunk by Yao Ming.
Houston led by 15 entering the 4th quarter, but Lamar Odom caught fire and led L.A. on a furious comeback.
Odom drives, puts it in. They can't play him off the dribble. Lamar is doing it. Odom exploding. Odom in low right, flips it up and in, and a foul.
The Rockets saw their lead dwindle to just 1, and the Lakers had a chance to win it in the final seconds as Odom dished off to Brian Cook.
Brian Cook for 3. In and out. Won't have it, lost it, ball back loose, and that's it. The game is over. And the Rockets survive.
Next up, the young and improved Chicago Bulls came to Houston, and they wasted no time attacking the basket.
Chandler bounces it in. Nice pass inside. The slam dunk from Curry.
Takes it inside with a bounce pass. Dang, and he goes up in a hurry.
Jeff Van Gundy called on veteran Dikembe Mutombo to clog up the middle, and Mutombo delivered a spark at both ends.
Blocked by Mutombo. Taken away, Berry. 3-on-1 break. Berry turns it off left to Wesley layup. Beautiful play.
Sura turns the corner. Nice bounce pass to Kimby. The Rockets go to 29 and 21. They now have their longest winning streak of the season, 5.
In Indiana, All-Star forward Jermaine O'Neal and the Pacers would try to stop the streak, but it was Houston's front line that dominated the game.
Man who knows how to pick up the garbage inside, Juwan Howard.
Mutombo's a one-man wrecking crew defensively at one end.
Another rejection by Mutombo. Now Ming comes in, makes his presence felt.
He really has a chance to be a great player.
Dominating inside. The Pacers, after winning 3 of their last 4, turned back by the hot Houston Rockets.
Back home against Damon Stoudamire and the Trailblazers, the Rockets rolled to victory with a total team effort.
T-Mac to the rack.
Goes down the baseline, lays it up and in.
You can count on Rochester to come in the game and penetrate. They're a hard basketball team to defend. They have penetrators. They have it all.
Berry with a high arching jump shot. The Houston Rockets have now won 7 straight.
We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action. Time now to log on to NBA.com as one of the NBA's all-time greats says goodbye to the game. Karl Malone, the second leading scorer in NBA history, called it quits this week after 18 seasons.
The reason you're here is for me to announce my retirement and make it official. You will not see me play again. That is a promise.
To have been a part of what he brought to this team was I think, truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I will try my best not to be emotional because it's not about that. It's about saying thanks to a lot of people that gave me the opportunity. I tried to give it everything I had every night. I wouldn't change a thing.
In other news, Flip Saunders was replaced after 9 years as head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves, taking over as team vice president Kevin McHale.
Flip Saunders will be stepping down as head coach. And effective immediately, Kevin McHale will be assuming those responsibilities.
McHale was a Hall of Fame forward who won 3 championships with the Boston Celtics. He built the Timberwolves team that reached last year's Western Conference Finals, but has struggled this season.
Our last 32 games, we're 12-20, and we're just not playing at a level that's acceptable to play at energy-wise. And, you know, we've got to get back competing and fighting and getting after people. I'm just going to tell you flat out that the players win and lose the game. That's what professional sports is about. And we just got to get our guys playing at a much higher level.
In a Foot Locker three-point shootout at All-Star Weekend, Vashawn Leonard will look to defend his title. The field also includes Kyle Korver.
Korver stepping into a 3 and down it goes.
Seattle's Ray Allen will be shooting for the title as well, along with his Sonics teammate Vladimir Radmanovic.
Lottie for 3 up and in.
Phoenix Suns teammates Quinn Richardson and Joe Johnson round out the field.
Johnson, 3-ball, yes!
4 premier point guards will compete in the PlayStation Skills Challenge. Gilbert Arenas of the Washington Wizards, Earl Boykins of the Denver Nuggets, Luke Rittenauer of the Seattle Sonics, and Steve Nash of the Phoenix Suns.
Turned outside, reverse pivot, the okey-doke double pump laid it in.
Finally, a press conference was held for a major announcement from the WNBA and the city of Chicago.
Today is historic in the WNBA and the NBA because today I am very pleased to announce, and I'm doing it right here, that the WNBA is at long last coming to Chicago.
Today's announcement is really the culmination of a dream in the making, to be in a large market where women's basketball has a following at the high school and grassroots and the collegiate levels.
Chicago is the 4th most popular, so to speak, market for WNBA basketball, so we think it's a great marriage.
Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA action. With All-Star Weekend approaching, we look back at the historic 2001 All-Star Game in Washington in this edition of Timeout. An NBA beat pounded inside the arena as All-Star Weekend marched towards tip-off of the All-Star Game. The beat has echoed through the ages. It was the game's 50th anniversary, and the players were caught up in the spirit of the occasion.
This should be kind of basketball in its funnest, purest sense. So, we definitely want to go out there and put on a good show for them.
Gotta love this. I love it.
You can't beat it, baby. Hey, stay together, guys. Play hard. Enjoy it. Play hard.
The West guys beat us last year, so we're going to go out there and try to win, and hopefully we'll do well.
Do these bands. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Everything was going south for the East in the beginning, and the Western Conference All-Stars moved out to an 11-0 lead.
The West down left to right in transition. Jason Kidd to the hoop, scooped it in.
You can see they serious. The West not playing around.
Kidd feeding Weber down the lane. Allowed for Garnett, the two-hand jam.
That's got to be the first time in an All-Star game somebody jumped out to the 11-0 lead. That has to be the first. That has to be the first. Is there a chance we can get shut out? All right.
But soon, Allen Iverson in the East began to turn it on.
Iverson down the lane, scooped it in midair, tossed to himself. Carter blows by him, to the hoop with 360, two-hand jam by Vince Carter.
Breathing hard already, huh? All right. Good, I can run you a little bit here.
The Lakers' Kobe Bryant took it strong to the hoop, and then as the first half was winding down, Jason Kidd put the West ahead 61-50.
1 second left, Kidd from midcourt. Yeah!
The West was confident as they headed for the locker room. And they were still feeling loose as they prepared some new moves for the second half.
Now, if I hit you with an elbow, ain't nothing personal. I kicked that button in the regular season.
And Kobe was alive and kicking in this game.
He lobs for Bryant for the dunk. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Woo! Right back to you, baby. Right back to you.
Iverson gets to the hoop, missed the layup. It's tipped in by Mutombo. Iverson went down hard.
I had a bet with my cousin how many times he's going to hit the floor tonight.
That was only one.
That's the first time. I got three. I got three. Help me win the bet.
It was not a day to bet against Allen Iverson. Playing for his Sixer coach in the town where he played college ball, Allen was ready to explode.
Allen, you go off, and then we're doubling down for Vince. You go here, Allen. You go there, Stefan. Allen's going off.
And he did go off in the fourth quarter, scoring 15 of his 25 points in the final 9 minutes to lead a remarkable comeback for the East.
Marbury leaves it for Iverson. His three good out of the left corner. Allen Iverson with a cold-blooded three.
But Kobe matched Iverson shot for shot as the West maintained its momentum and the lead.
Kobe Bryant left side, quick burst, now pull-up jumper. Good to the left. Kobe Bryant sticks a big one.
In the end, Stephon Marbury was the all-star who would shine under the game's brightest spotlight, hitting 2 consecutive clutch threes for the East.
Marbury controlling, shoots for three, right wing, it's in! Marbury with his second three-pointer. The East on top by 1. The East has the win. What a spectacular comeback by the Eastern Conference.
Allen, you showed tonight, along with a spectacular cast of the world's greatest ball players, why NBA action is so fantastic. Congratulations, the MVP of the 2001 All-Star Game.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV countdown. Starting off at number 10, it's the Celtics on the break and Tony Allen on the finish.
Nice ball move. Delonte West gets the ball out in front. Yep, right to the right guy. Yep.
At 9 is the league's top draft pick, Dwight Howard, cleaning the glass for the Magic.
Christie under the rim.
Howard with an emphasis. In at number 8, the Bobcats' Gerald Wallace stops the Heat right in their tracks.
Eddie Jones with a steal. Took away from Hart. Leads Damon Jones. Back for Haslam. Rejected by Gerald Wallace.
Wow, that's one of the best blocks we've seen this year.
At 7 is the league's reigning slam dunk champ, the Pacers' Fred Jones.
The Pacers of Indiana Jones.
Coming in at number 6 is some passing fit for a king in Sacramento.
Behind the back, to Barnes! And Arco are up. Good run by the King.
At number 5, once again, it's Boston's Tony Allen, a rookie on the rise.
Bounce pass ahead. Tony Allen.
Oh, wow. That'll get him off their seats at the plate.
And at number 4 is the Magic's Hedo Turkoglu, soaring above and beyond the Hawks.
Hedo blows past Duck, throws it down, and a foul.
Now what was that?
Wow. At number 3, some more midair magic, this time from Steve Francis.
Francis, a highlight reel dunk in Philadelphia.
And at number 2, the Knicks got a friendly bounce just when they needed it most.
Finds Thomas in the corner. Tim Thomas. Oh, it goes! Sometimes it's better to be lucky.
Right there, it went up towards the clock, hitting the top of the glass and falling through. And the Knicks prevail, a jubilant Knicks team.
And the number 1 play is this game-saving block from Amari Stoudamire.
Guarded there by Marion, in the lane, kills his dribble, inside Miller, sent out by Amari Stoudamire to preserve the victory.
Damon, the Kings don't believe it. Damon.
What a finish here at Arco Arena.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Last week, fans on NBA.com said that this steal and slam by LeBron James was the number 1 play of the week, and it's certainly worth another look. Remember, you can vote for your favorite play all season long by logging on to the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Spiro Ditas for NBA TV's NBA Action. See you next week.